Mike got the podcast, spark flames in the dark. Stake of vet, battle scars, got that bite with the bark. Urge to crash, mind wired, engine rev in the lane. But Twiggy in the Discord, puppet strings on the brain. Tune in, voices clash, stories fold and expand. Stake holding grudges, Twiggy got the sleight of hand. Echoes through the speakers, chaos brewed in the chat. Podcast, fire burning, ain't no turning back. Stake a vet, war tales, heavy weight on his chest. Battle hardened, but temptation put his patience to test. Twiggy with the tongue, slick words cut like a blade. Discord's chessboard, every pawn gets played. Late night whispers, truth mixed with the schemes of veterans, demons versus manipulators' dreams. Mike cuts deep, broadcast raw and unfiltered. Podcast dynasty walls stay unbuilt here. Voices clash, stories fold and expand. Stake holding grudges, Twiggy got the sleight of hand. Echoes through the speakers, chaos brewed in the chat. Podcast, fire burning, ain't no turning back. Stake a vet, war tales, heavy weight on his chest. Battle hardened, but temptation put his patience to test. Twiggy with the tongue, slick words cut like a blade. Discord's chessboard, every pawn gets played. Late night whispers, truth mixed with the schemes of veterans, demons versus manipulators' dreams. Mike cuts deep, broadcast raw and unfiltered. Podcast dynasty walls stay unbuilt here. Tune in, voices clash, stories fold and expand. Stake holding grudges, Twiggy got the sleight of hand. Echoes through the speakers, chaos brewed in the chat. Podcast, fire burning, ain't no turning back. Ain't no turning back. Ain't no turning back.
They can hear me now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the mic was set on my virtual camera. Never seen that happen before. That's kind of weird, right? Not lying about this, not making this up. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a banger show for you planned today. I'm here with my co-host, Steak. What's the name of the show?
What? Hello, fuckers and fuckettes. Welcome to LOL Cow Aussie, the show where we cover other shows and we cover other LOL cows and we get crunk and fuck shit up and do it our damn selves. I'm a dragon.
You're a dragon.
What the fuck is up, everybody?
You know what I am?
How you guys
I'm not
doing
a
tonight?
dragon. I'm something even cooler than a dragon.
There's nothing cooler than a dragon.
I'm a sloth, motherfucker.
We should make babies. Dragon sloth babies will take over the LCU. It'll be a huge problem.
Slaggins sounds good.
Slaggins. We're gonna be dropping slaggins on a motherfucker.
Slaggins.
I was just showing Twiggy you guys, and I wanted to share. I see all the meat. I love it. I just got my little fucking IRL set up. Look at this thing. You hold it like a 9mm, so I should be able to aim this motherfucker.
Straight out of China.
I'm straight out of China.
Yes, sir.
Motherfucker from Temu.
Nah, bro. You know why my mic wasn't working actually at the beginning?
Why?
It's because it defaulted to a different mic because I don't have my soundboard open. I forgot about my soundboard, Steak. My soundboard. I run my mic through my soundboard so that you can hear it.
You do need to be able to do the
Yeah, I need to be able to hit it with the. They'll still be able to hear it, but you won't be able to hear it.
I see that everybody here from Rewind is saying that Buff is broke. I did catch that. I think
so
Billy really went in on Buff Weeb, saying that he only gets a new piece of his clothing, a new piece of his outfit every time he gets paid. What do you think about that, Twiggy?
I think they're being rude to my man Buff. I don't think whatever your social status is, okay, right? There's so many different factors that go into that you know I can't judge. Now I will say, all right, crack is hot on the streets. Okay, all right. There's ways to make money. No excuse for a motherfucker not to hustle, right?
You can't be poor if you got one warm hole, right?
Yeah, I'd pay. He's rubbing
It
off
has a
on me.
cute little mic.
It has a cute little
I'm gonna be the
shotgun
best.
mic. Bro, We gotta test out the quality of this mic first, because that thing could literally sound like it's up a butthole.
There might not even be a microphone in here. It might just be a piece of plastic that has a boom on it.
It's already got battle damage.
Look at this thing.
Buddy, it looks like it crunches. Like, you could bite down on that easily.
I could probably bite right through this
Does it feel like
for sure.
Chinese plastic?
Yeah.
It's like that thin plastic. Like, so I grew up poor, right? So my grandma, I love Transformers, but my grandma couldn't. We couldn't get real Transformers. We had to get the Dollar Tree or like something from the Dollar General, right? And it was always this cheap hollow.
I'm getting complaints that you're quiet again.
I'm quiet. What is going on?
I'm not running OBS, so I can't see the sound levels.
My
sound
level seems fine.
Yeah, Twiggy, your mic is low. Freshy Fresh says so. Shout out to Freshy Fresh. He was our manager for all of one day until I found out about it.
Oh, by the way, Freshy Fresh, did you?
I fired him twice.
Freshy, you're hired.
No, that's not how this works.
Yes, it is. I hire the managers. You put together the content and make the thumbnails. That's how this works.
Oh, yeah. I fucking love it. They're saying, get a real mic.
I have a real mic!
Twiggy is hard to hear. Steak too loud. Turn him down about 100%. Phil, eat my ass. Mike said, Twiggy, please fix stream. Everything's broken.
What? I'm going to crash out. I'm going to crash out. We got important things to talk about today.
That last one might be trolling. What's the big thing you want to talk about today, Mr. Twiggy?
I want to talk about a weird
I'm just going to call you Sliggy. Sloth Twiggy.
I want to talk about a weird motherfucker today. I want to talk about a desperate, sad, strange little man. Who I don't even know like how to introduce Paul Breach to you, Steak. I think we'll just have to watch the video.
Okay.
But before
Paul Breach is a powerful name though. Paul Breach. Right?
Paul Breach, the first time I ever saw. Is it not fixed?
They're saying fix it, Twiggy. Make Aussie great again. Rest in peace, Ozzy
I don't even know what's going on.
Did something happen to Ozzy Osbourne? I'm Googling, is Ozzy Osbourne okay?
Okay, guys, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it.
Ozzy Osbourne is fine.
Okay,
it should be good. To rest in peace
good.
for fucking Ozzy Osbourne, you psychopaths.
My mic levels were now it's peaking. Like I changed my mic input once again. Okay. All right.
Chat, how does Twiggy sound now?
Guys, we don't have time for this. We've got important things to talk about. We weren't even able to get through all the Shanty for Christ stuff. Okay.
We'll never get through all the Shanty for Christ stuff because I did some learning. I did some learning last night, and I got a couple DMs from folks. And I talked to some of you guys in the fucking main chat. Apparently, this bitch is an endless well of content. Like, I have so much to learn, and there's so little that I actually fucking know so far.
Bro, we've got 100 hours of content for every pound. I can't fucking talk!
Okay.
My hat just fell off my head.
All right, we're being emotional. While we're being emotional, because Sliggy is getting lit, Mono is saying Twiggy's mic is low.
My mic is not low, Mono. I'm not trusting
says it's good
you.
now. Freshy Fresh says you're good now. Okay, you're good. You're good. All right, so where's the video? What is Paul Breach? What is Paul Breach? What is he? What is he about?
He's a predator.
He's a...
Yeah.
He is like a Tekken character.
He's a predator. That's just the
Kombat?
easiest description to give you. He's a 40-something-year-old man with the mentality of like a 12-year-old. It's very cringe. He posts videos on TikTok of him duetting underage girls, minors, not the kind from Minecraft. I would assume so, yes.
All right, chat, this is something you guys don't know about me. I'm on team never goon. Fuck the gooners, stop gooning, touch grass, lift weights, get ass, progress in life. No gooning. So let's learn more about this Breach motherfucker.
Paul Breach. Come on in, Ted. Hey, buddy.
I don't know what plugs into what.
You'll figure it out. So, let's just once I get my cat in, we'll get into the details.
Okay.
Guys, I'm so paranoid about my mic right now. I'm so paranoid. This is not okay. This is not okay at all.
They said you're good.
No,
They
somebody
said
said
your
it sounds like
mic is
I.
good. Let the fucking
They said it
captain
sounds like I
start the
talk.
fucking
They said it
video.
sounds like I'm
Focus.
talking from a mile away. Okay, focused.
Lock in, Twiggy.
Focused.
You've got this, bro.
I'm calm. I'm calm. All right, I'm gonna stream this to you, my friend.
I see it.
All right.
Get sliggy with it.
Cool.
Nah.
Getting sliggy.
Nah. Mic's too low. Nah.
My mic's not low.
Nah. Fucked audio. Nah. You know what I'm saying?
No. Stop.
The end of TikTok's creepiest predator, Paul Breach, by RKH Media.
Shout out to
It's in your
RKH
ass.
Media. Thank you for
Shout out
letting
to
us
RKH.
take your content without your permission. We'll make sure to make it as transformative as possible. Shout out. He doesn't need our help. He's got 70,000 subscribers. Dude's doing pretty good. All right, let's just get on with the video right now, guys. Let's do it. Okay, cool.
Let's get on with
I'm
the
clicking play.
news.
I'm clicking play. Let's go. Playing the video. Let's roll it.
Meet Paul Breach, another repulsive, utterly patronizing, and creepy TikTok personality. Looking at
Okay.
his cringe-worthy dance performances and revolting lip-sync videos, no one would believe that this man right here is 44 years old and also has a son. He
I'd
likes to
believe
do
it.
childish things online, make silly cameos, and behave like a complete idiot. While these traits of Paul's personality are pretty disturbing and unsettling, his pedophilic behavior is the main reason the internet
It censored it.
Okay, I'm glad it censored it. So this guy is already like some type of nasty motherfucker.
He's
Right off
he's
the
a little
rip.
bit of a weirdo, all right? And some people love him because he seems so innocent. It's so weird. There's so many white girls on TikTok who are like, they love this dude because of how innocent he seems. That's
What's
how
wrong
it gets
with you
them.
white girls?
Yeah.
Anime's not real.
White girls are
this
weird,
guy's
man.
not real.
White-
Be careful, white girls.
White girls are the first person to get offended on your behalf, motherfucker.
White girls, they always do this. They find this guy. They think he's nice.
They're
Now you're in a
always virtue
forest,
signaling, okay?
tied to a tree. He's the worst.
What?
Huh?
On
Cancel
multiple
him.
occasions, he had intentionally started conversations during live streams, knowing full well that children were watching his streams. He also has a habit of liking
Don't do
pictures
that.
of extremely young girls on Instagram and later giving dumb excuses like, I liked the picture because the girl was a cancer survivor.
That's a boogie move.
Whoa.
Whatever we've heard about Paul so far makes it
I said what I
clear
said.
this
Look at
him
guy
dance
is
it.
bad news in bold letters. In this video,
He's zesty
we'll
with
take
it.
a deep dive into his story and discover some of the creepiest things.
Why is his cheek so chubby? He's like a little
He's
little demonic,
he's like a
predatorial
he reminds me
baby.
of the Keebler elves.
He's like a little
You
demonic.
know the Keebler elves? They got a little blonde one that looks just like him.
I don't
they make the
like
cookies?
him. He makes me feel uncomfy.
There is one thing I do like. He has a very like punchable face.
He does.
You know when you see somebody and you look at their face and you're like,
Yeah.
I would love to hit that person.
And the
He's
best
got
part
that
is,
face on lockdown.
You don't even need to. He doesn't even need to have a punchable face for you like to have a justifiable reason to punch him because he's a predator.
Nah, the face helps though. Shout out Her Zombie upgraded membership to Cash Cow.
I still
Play.
have it working. Okay, I'm playing the video.
He has done throughout his TikTok career. Let's get started. Who is Paul Breach?
Who is he?
So Paul is a British man who was born
Ew,
on January
British people.
31st,
Ew.
1980. He's almost 44 years old, but does not act like it. His entire internet persona is based on his childish behavior, where he dresses up as a
he's real
teenager,
zesty with it.
dances incoherently to music, and acts.
I want
pretty
to punch
messed up.
him.
Watch this
I wanna hit him
video,
right in his
for instance,
face.
which he uploaded to his TikTok merely a few days ago.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Oh. Get it. Ooh. Ooh, get it, Paul.
So that is the kind of
If you
content
come
All right.
around here.
Let's be honest. Who wore it better? Me or Paul?
That's pigtails.
That's horrible as
That's
what it is.
literally pigtails.
I bet he was feeling it. I bet he went home and just... You know what I'm saying?
I hope not. Dude,
bet he
okay,
did.
actually, he does seem like the exact type of guy to do that. You think he watches his own TikToks when
the
he's dressed as a
dude,
chick?
That's probably the closest he was, like, to a woman in months.
Yeah, this is fucked up.
All right. 100%.
Psychotic assault said can barely hear the video.
What the frick, dude? The video is as loud as it gets. Okay.
Jimmy said this is old. Why not talk about Shanny and Reverend? I don't know. Trying not to be mean. You're not mean at all, Jimmy. I hear you. We talked about Shanny and Rev a little bit yesterday. We're going to take some time to learn a little bit more of them so that we can cover it better. And we're going to come back with definitely more Shanny information. Today we wanted to do something a little bit different and cover somebody that like we hardly know. So this is a lot of new information for me. So it's still very fun.
Yes. And I
Twiggy, you are way louder than the video and louder than Steak.
I'm way louder than the video and way louder than Steak.
All right. Now they're saying video too loud. I don't know, dude. I can't help you with the audio because I think the chat's trolling.
The
I have no
chat
clue.
is messing with me, and I don't like it. It's making me very uncomfortable. We're just gonna play the video and act like none of this happened. Let's get into it.
Usually pushes out, aside from doing live streams and saying messed up things. We
I
don't
don't
know
like it.
exactly when he started on social media,
Oh.
but he created an account on TikTok named
Sassy.
Beauty Beyond the Eye sometime in 2018. This account was also initially
Look at
named
the amount of followers he had.
943,000 is crazy. Dude, there's something intrinsically fucked up and wrong about TikTok, and I don't fuck with it, bro. TikTok is how we got our YouTube started for, like, my old shit back in the day. Was my buddy was doing D&D memes, and nobody was into it, and then he did a meme about his wife pegging him to a D&D meme, and he got super famous off of that. So, like, TikTok is just fucked up, bro. It's the stupidest, shittiest fucking content.
I'm not even gonna get into my history on TikTok. Okay, we're not gonna cover that in today's stream. That's another day. Right? But I will put it.
They
this
made me
way.
get a TikTok so that I could help promote the YouTube, and they made me delete it after 2 weeks because I kept being mean to women.
No, not Steak the misogynist. But I'll put it this way: Paul Breach has.
It was the makeup girls.
13 million more likes than I do.
Paul Breach, king? Question mark? Let's find out.
No, not king, not king at all.
Press play, motherfucker. I want to
Snapshot.
learn.
The primary purpose of this account was to show off Paul's photography skills, but unfortunately, it turned into a meme hub merely a few years later. This account that we're talking about currently has over 946,000 followers, with multiple
Sign this guy
videos
up for
garnering
dolls.
over 1 million views. If you go to his TikTok
He's in
account
prison,
and
I
search
think.
through his oldest videos,
No, he's
you'll
not.
be surprised
I
to know
think he is.
Is he actually in prison?
I think he's in prison. I can't remember.
If he is, why would you spoil it? Now I don't. Now the whole video's fucking stupid. Now I don't even know. Now I don't even fucking know.
Oh, we're gonna.
Okay, video a little quiet. When Twiggy puts the mic to his mouth, it's good. When he holds it away, it's quiet. When he screams, it's loud. So see how I'm using my microphone? I'm just like using it. Use your fucking
for the rest of
microphone.
the stream, this is how I'm going to be talking into the microphone. I hope all is well. They told me that I was loud. You guys told me I was too loud, so I made my mic quieter. Then it was too quiet, so I made it louder. Guys, you're punishing me. I'm being punished.
Use your mic correctly, and your audio will be easier to balance.
You will be using OBS for the rest of our career.
Okay.
But let's get back into the video. Yay, the video. It's time to watch the video, guys. Woo, I wonder what Paul Breach did next.
that most of them have millions of views.
Millions.
I put some new shoes on and everybody's fighting.
Yeah.
So right along, shut up, money, a long time.
I hate it.
This clock is easy.
Why does he dance like an NPC? Hold up.
Yeah, we have to dance with him.
All right. Well, then let's just.
You have to press play. We have to dance with him.
I'm gonna
There's
play
no
it.
music.
I'm gonna
Doesn't
play
make
it.
any sense.
I'm gonna
Unless you
play
do
it.
it with the music. Okay.
Everything sucks. Just kidding. Everything is great.
Yeah.
No, really. I haven't thought about X today. Oh, wait.
What are these fucking
So
songs,
what's he
by the
getting
way?
So much attention.
Songs
If
that
you
attract
opened
children.
TikTok 2
I'm
years
assuming.
ago,
TikTok garbage.
We are certain you would have stumbled on one or two utterly cringy videos of Paul Breach. He was on everyone's For You page. His content is neither interesting nor alarming. So how did he manage to get so much attention?
How?
Well, the reason is this video.
Ooh, let's see it.
Him dancing. That's
This is the
literally
same
it.
as every other fucking
Yes,
video that
it
we've
is
seen
video.
so far.
For some reason, this terrible rendition of George Ezra's Green Green Grass, which is a good song by the way, went crazily
even believe
viral.
it.
Whether it was Paul's undeniably creepy way of dancing or some glitch in the system,
He looks like
the
he's
video
having an
turned
allergic
into a meme
reaction all the
overnight.
time.
It got so much attention that people started associating this song with Paul's face.
On the cover, on the cover, on the cover. God, he said.
I hate that. It's accurate.
The song altered to prevent copyright, plus the creepy drawing is actually affecting my schizophrenia. I'm gonna crash
Coming
out.
by a Reddit user, I
Just
cannot
kidding.
listen to that song
That is
without
fucked.
thinking of his creepy red face. Why is it featured
don't like
in
this at
every
all.
single TikTok edit of him? Perfectly sums up the situation.
The creepy red face is what I'm
Even though
talking
he
about.
is
Pause
widely
it.
known for this incident.
Pausing.
There's another lesser
It's
known
not pausing.
video of Paul
I'm having technical difficulties.
The only thing I wanted to talk about is his face, and you paused it while his fucking hands up, blocking the fucking camera from his face, Twiggy.
I think I fixed my
Twiggy!
mic. I think I fixed it.
Fuck! Lock in, Twiggy!
I think I fixed it. I think I fixed it.
Yeah,
Oh.
he looks legitimately like he's at. Oh, okay, all right,
There you go.
all right.
There you go,
What
buddy.
are we doing here?
You like
is that?
that?
Rastov?
That's not nice. You compared
Rastov.
Rastov to a predator.
Well, if you make it like that, you fucking loser. All right, press play.
I'm pressing play.
this video, he could be seen singing a horrible song about Jack Grealish. For those who don't
Who's
know who
Jack
Jack
Grealish?
Who that
Grealish
is.
is, he's a well-known English footballer with whom everyone was pretty
Ew, he's cute.
much obsessed.
I think they
with
mean
himself.
footballer as in
But nobody
soccer.
was ready for Paul
Why would they say football if they meant soccer?
Because it looks like he's from a not here.
What is that?
'Cause of the hair.
Are you being racist?
He looks very suave.
Sounds like casual racism to me, but let's play the video.
bizarre
Casu-
musical tribute to him. Watch the video to know what we're talking about.
Do you remember? Before the Euros, there was a footballer that nobody knows. Now it's the World Cup. And he scores his goal. His name was Jack Jack. Jack Grealish. His name was Jack Jack. Jack Grealish. And you're like, he's my bubba. Oh, he's my boo 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 boo. Oh, he's my bubba. He's
The
my boo
fuck?
boo boo boo.
What the fuck is happening right now? Is he
This
flirting?
video, combined with the Green Green Grass video, contributed to Paul's online fame. He became insanely famous.
Thank
on
you,
TikTok.
Lucifina, for the
Even
one.
people who
LOL
know-
Cow
You know what?
Aussie gifted membership,
You know
baby.
what?
Let's
Stay-
go.
We're not watching this video anymore. This video sucks. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
be
I
real
don't-
with you. This video sucks.
I don't get it.
This video
I don't
sucks.
get it. Is he in prison? Skip to the end.
No,
is that
look,
motherfucker in
fuck
prison?
This video. Fuck this video. Fuck this video. Hey,
I
guys,
wanna know.
look, if we look up Paul Breach, we're in the. Look at that.
We're in the Paul Breachiverse now. Get us the fuck out of here.
Also known
All right, we're gonna watch some Kiwi
All right.
tapes. He does some pretty good coverage. I like my boy Kiwi tapes. All right, me and him
I like
kissed
Kiwi.
once.
Is
All right.
Paul Breach in prison? Wait, are we still covering the same guy? I just want the spoiler,
Yes,
but go ahead.
Yes, it's him. It's the same guy.
Okay,
All right,
play
let's
the
get into
video.
it. I'm getting it.
Paul
You got your
Breach,
audio
also
fixed and
known
started
as
being a dick.
Snapshot I, is a man in his 40s from the United Kingdom. He would go viral for his video dancing to a song called Green Green Grass, giving him hundreds of thousands of subscribers and a massive ego. You see, after Paul had amassed all of these followers on TikTok, he decided to live stream quite often. And though Paul might not even know it today, he was creating some of the very first NPC content.
NPC
because that's
content,
just
baby.
who Paul is.
Called
He is a
out.
walking
Did I not?
NPC
Did I not say he
who
was an
has done
NPC? Did I not?
You did.
I
but He's
did.
worse. He's not an NPC though. He's definitely a main character. He's a villain, bro. This guy is not good.
No, let's
This is
just
not
see.
NPC behavior. If everybody was walking around just dancing and making weird sex noises and shit,
We'll find out.
there'd be more assaults.
We'll
for
find
sure.
out, dude. We'll find out how bad Paul Breach really is. Let's watch the video.
Alright.
some very disturbing things. More on that here in a bit. The reason I call Paul an NPC is not only because of the cringy behavior,
Yeah?
but it's also the fact that he will respond to people in the room that aren't even there. And he does stuff similar to this all the time, trying to convince the viewers, but I truly believe more so himself, that he is capable of normal social interaction.
Bless you, love. Bless you. Love. Fucking hell. Jacob, thanks for a follow. Bless you. So much.
This is a weird level of desperation.
How you do that? Jesus, my life.
Little did anyone know at the time that this was just the tip of the iceberg when it came to all aspects of Paul Breach. There was something entertaining in a man that was 40, wearing skinny jeans, doing cringy TikTok dances, obviously trying to relive his youth. But there was also something disturbing about Paul, something that people couldn't quite put their finger on yet.
I don't
want
to put my finger on Paul.
They had a good idea of what was going on. People were noticing that Paul would only respond to girls in the comments, and it would usually be in a flirtatious manner.
That's the first straw. That's the first part of being a gooner, being accused of being a gooner. If you're one of the people that joined the Discord and you only DM girls, I'm gonna notice. Because the girls are gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna call you a fucking gooner. Fucking don't be a weird loser, bro.
Ultra?
I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just saying if you're one of those fucking guys that's in all the girls' DMs, fucking chill out maybe. Maybe just calm the fuck down.
Bro, what if they're just trying to, like, you know, build solid friendships?
Yeah, all right.
What if they're just trying to build connections? What if they're just networking, bro?
Network with dudes.
Yeah, but all right. If you're gonna watch a video of somebody talking about something you're interested in, are you gonna watch an ugly ass fat dude or a mid chick with boobs?
Depends who's got better content, bro. It doesn't matter.
The content is going to be the same.
If the content's exactly the same, I'm going to watch whichever one talks faster.
It's the exact same. They talk at the same speed.
Then I'm watching the dude.
You're gay. Let's watch this video.
As we know, a large base of viewership on TikTok is children, so this behavior alone was pretty suspect. And it caused people to dig a little deeper into Paul's background.
Oh no, what did they find?
It would start off with them finding his Instagram, where they noticed that he had liked several photos of clearly underage girls.
Oh no!
Another massive red flag, but it gets so much worse.
No.
People started coming forward with DMs that Paul had sent them. Usually these kids were either cancer survivors or other children from vulnerable backgrounds.
You know what that means, right, Steak?
This guy is targeting kids with cancer.
Easy targets.
Holy shit. That is the most predatorial shit I've heard in a while. Like, I've heard about some bad shit. But, like, going around social media and being like, what kid is battling for their fucking life right now? I'm going to Keebler Elf into that. I'm going to Riz them up on TikTok. That is the grossest fucking shit so far.
The chat saying that Shani was more interesting, and if they want Shani, we're gonna have to get a 50. We put so much work into this Steak.
I didn't see you saw that. I was trying to kneecap you. Z-Pish for $20. Y'all should do Buddy Haynes next or Johnny Elbows.
Ooh,
Somebody
Johnny
in the docket,
Elbows
write those names down. I don't know who Johnny fucking Elbows.
You know what?
I do know who Johnny Elbows is.
Yes.
Is that the big fucking
with
floppy, no neck?
Yes.
Zeta. He's got the Zeta build. Yeah, I know this motherfucker.
The Zeta build. All right. If somebody sends a 50 with a name, we will try to find a video and cover that person.
Yo, that makes it so much more fun. Yeah, not a 50 to go to Shani. If you're in there and there's a Lolcow that you're a fan of that never gets any coverage, or you just want to see more of it, attach that name to that 50 and we'll check it out.
And we'll do it for every 50.
We'll just have to keep switching.
Like my cousin.
Hold up. Press play.
She has a lot of trauma.
Out on this, Paul classically denies all of it, saying that he never messaged any kids.
That's what they all say.
He broke off any conversation with anyone under the age of 18. All proven to be a lie.
I bet it was.
Under 18, I will not be continuing this conversation. And she said, no, she's going to be 17. She's going to be 17 next month, next whatever. So, left it at that. Very polite lady.
Okay.
Paul seems like the kind of guy who'd be like, "But 16 is the age of consent."
In
It's the
ancient times.
Yeah, in ancient times. Go back to the Middle East, and then, you know, if... No, I'm not going to get into full details, but it's not... It's... In the old times, it was normalised, okay? It was normalised in the old times, okay? Okay, steak?
Jimmy, for $2, Shanny worth half this. LMAO. Okie dokie.
I don't disagree. Let's get back into the video.
But yeah, won't be continuing the conversation as pointed into the thing. So bada bing, bada boom.
Now let's
bing,
get
bada
into
boom.
Paul Breach's most morally reprehensible act.
Oh no.
After finding out all this weird stuff on Paul, people started bringing it up in his comments, and of course he disabled them. But this would not be the end of people looking into Paul Breach and his questionable past. You see, somebody found
I
a
just wanna
Facebook
drop
account
kick this
from
guy.
2014 where they saw a picture of Paul and his kid. They also saw a picture of Paul.
He has kids?
He has a kid?!
That's fucked. If he's doing all this shit and he has a kid, I say fucking, he doesn't need to go to prison. He needs... I don't know what the TOS on
He has a
YouTube
kid.
is. I'm
How
not
old
saying
is his
anything.
kid? Hopefully we find out in this video. Luckily this video is not long. We're keeping the Paul Breach shit short because I'm just tired of this already. All right, and then Twig will activate. Okay, Twig will activate. We'll find something. Okay, we'll make fun of Steak while he goes outside in the woods. Okay?
Wait, no. I'm learning though. Look, is this right? So the flashlight's out, microphone forward?
I mean, if you
Backward?
want to talk into the microphone, then you put it towards you. You fucking retard. Sorry, that was mean.
You're not being very fucking helpful right now.
They told Twig to activate. That's what that means. That's what that means. Sorry, I was pushing it on my nostril. My other one's clogged. But I'm gonna play the video, Steak. Okay.
Do what you have to do.
I will do it.
Baby mama. Noticing a very obvious age gap between Paul and his baby mama,
No.
people dug even deeper.
No.
To discover that Paul Breach's baby mama was 17 years old when she gave birth.
No!
What the fuck, bro? Right off the fucking rip. So that's not even an allegation.
I was right about the age of consent thing. I knew it.
What state? What state is this guy from?
State, he's in Europe. He's in the UK.
Oh God.
That
makes it worse. 'Cause I can't throw rocks at him. He's far away. He's across the ocean. All right. Another.
Okay, they're telling
I
me
guess
to stop screaming. I'm not trying to scream. I just have a lot of energy.
another L for the UK. You guys have Paul Breach.
They get tired me, okay? They get me when I'm tired. I have more energy right now, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
try
this is
to
an
stop.
earlier Aussie. I'm full of energy.
I'm gonna try to stop screaming, okay? I'm gonna do my best. Let's get back into the video.
Paul was nearly 30, and whenever Paul is called out on this, he gives the classic defense of, she's 17, it was legal.
I called
Your
it.
child?
Yeah, what's that got to do with absolutely anything?
I know, but when people are saying you've got a 17-year-old pregnant when you're nearly 30, man,
Hold
it's
up.
a bit mad, isn't it?
What are his facial expressions?
It's like he's
look
got
at
a weird
this.
animatronic behind his face.
He must have watched some anime. Just look at him.
Absolutely anything.
I know, but when people are saying you've got a 17-year-old pregnant when you're nearly 30, man, it's a bit mad, isn't it?
Cammy, would you think, now, because you are an intelligent bloke, would you think if I'd done anything wrong that I would still be on the internet and not have been arrested? Full stop sentence.
Right,
That's perfectly fine.
are you allowed to see your child?
Yeah.
Are you?
He shouldn't be.
But then I'm not talking about my family after that, because I don't talk about my family on here. For obvious reasons. It's your choice.
For obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons, no
It's your
shit.
choice to have an opinion on me.
For
But
obvious
again,
reasons.
I'm ceased to follow me, unfollow me. Perfectly. It's your choice to have an opinion on me. But again, I'm sitting here after 3 years of being on TikTok, drinking out of a McDonald's cup, dancing on the internet, being me.
Yeah, it's legal, but it's not right, is it?
Again, Cammy, your opinion is your opinion, and you're allowed that. So, what do you mean, why is
Bro
that?
needs to get the microphone you have. I guarantee your Chinese mic is better than whatever he's using. All right. Do you
First
hear
of
the
all-
constant background sound? It's awful.
That's what your mic sounds like every day.
It's Discord that does it to me.
Oh, okay. You're right.
It's
You're right.
Discord.
You don't have bad audio.
No.
It's Discord.
It's Discord.
It's Discord.
I've used this mic for professional shoots. I don't know why it's so bad when it's plugged into the computer, plugged into the camera. It's fine.
Press play.
Hey, Ted.
Why am I the only male who spoke to in 3 months? Yeah, but I'm on about males. Why don't you speak to many males?
Because I don't like many males, I like many females.
As you can see, Paul neither confirms nor denies any of the allegations, but the evidence is out.
Wow.
And shortly after all this information was revealed, TikTok banned his account. As I'm sure most of you predicted, he returned almost immediately to gain more subs than ever, all while never having his comments turned on.
Oh, he turns the comments off, bro.
So you can't even talk to this person. So how does he make money and how's he getting followers if there's no
he's getting
interaction?
followers, he's getting money, right? Like, that's just undeniable at this point.
How?
Because
there's no interaction.
Impressionable children, okay? That's how. All right?
There can't just
they
be
see
kids
this guy
watching
as an
this.
adult who's relatable to them, okay? Who understands them, most likely, all right? That's probably what's going on. But the reason he has the comments off is obviously because if he had them on, people would just be constantly calling out all of the stuff he's guilty of.
Roddy Rigo says, all right, Twiggy, how mad will you get for them 1020s?
Oh, no, how evil will I
How
get is
old,
what-
evil Twiggy will come back. Just to let you know, Roddy,
The
it's annoying as
glasses are
fuck.
already on.
All he does is talk shit to me and then everybody fucking else.
No, I'll do it.
But it always starts with me. You guys watch.
I will do it.
And you got to put one. We already got one of those 20 from Zeepish.
Oh, we got one.
Press play.
I'm gonna.
Your
Who would
audio.
believe that Paul Breach is the godfather of NPC content because he would just respond to comments that didn't even exist in his videos. In this video I'm about to show you, you can clearly see that there is no chat. Paul is completely making up these comments that he's responding to.
I hope things are good with you, bub. Have you sent me your voice note yet? Have you sent me your voice? Bear with me. Speak soon, Rachel. Keep being you with your Welsh twang.
Welsh twang.
Not the Welsh.
Yeah, you. Yeah, you're the only person called Quint. Now, why you moody?
I don't
I'm
understand.
gonna go look at your beautiful picture. I'm gonna go listen to your semi-passive aggressive accent.
I legitimately do not know what Paul is thinking with these. I'm not sure if he thinks it's funny, I'm not sure if he thinks we believe it. I really don't know. But I think you guys are beginning to get the pure, unfiltered cringe that is Paul Breach's TikToks.
Pausing it.
There's got to be some actual mental illness going on here, right? Like he's got to be fucked up in the head.
He's a crack baby.
He's believing it. Like he looks into the camera and he's believing in the shit he's doing.
He's got something.
It's creepy.
It's actually a new condition recently discovered by a very, very smart man. Yours truly.
Oh God!
Okay.
It better
and
not be Sliggy.
What we call it is sweet tea syndrome. All right. You lie so much that you start to believe it.
I think that's called narcissism.
It's chronic.
He's a narcissist then, or something. Like, okay, he obviously is feeling himself, right? Like, he's got a lot of fucking confidence for a fucking weird, chubby...
He definitely has.
Anaphylactic shock type dude.
He's
the same color as his walls right now.
He has an
this doesn't make any sense.
overwhelming amount of confidence.
Oh, that's just the borders. Never mind. I'm stupid. All right, press play.
Pressing play.
Paul thinks people are there to watch him because they think he's handsome and
what we were just talking about.
I was just saying.
Just want to sit back and watch the cringe, have a laugh, and of course, all these accusations of pedophilia kind of unrestrain people.
We can't say that word.
As much as people despised Paul for all these accusations, there is always going to be one or two that see the opportunity to get some of that sweet, sweet clout. Paul had over 1 million followers on his TikTok. He was filling
Pause
out
it.
cameo requests.
Pause it. First of all, thank you, Roddy Rigo. Welcome to Ban World. Powerage with the $5 Australian said, "Lol, Paul looks like a Temu Simon Pegg from Shaun of the Dead." Powerage, don't you ever diss my boy Simon Pegg ever again, bro. Shaun of the Dead is one of the best comedies or horror movies ever fucking made. I'm a huge Simon Pegg fan. Damn, bro.
I was trying
Alright,
to type
first one.
without seeing my keyboard. I just want to...
Simon Pegg is a handsome version. Oh, he's looking a little old now. But I do love Simon Pegg. I'm getting old too, so I can't talk shit.
Ageist is crazy.
I'm getting old too, bro. I'm 33, 57, and 49, depending on the day.
My boy Simon Pegg. All right,
See, that's
crazy.
a handsome fella. I like Simon Pegg, bro. Simon Pegg's a good fucking actor.
He shows up in so many movies you just wouldn't expect him to be in. Like, he was in the Star Trek movies. Like,
He showed up in
reboots.
Mission Impossible, dude, with Tom Cruise.
And he was in
like,
something
what the
else random
fuck?
I watched, and I don't remember what it was.
Have you seen Hot Fuzz?
No.
Bro, you're fucking up. Okay,
No,
so
I
Shaun of the Dead is like the fucking thing that put him on the fucking map, at least in American eyes. And then they did a movie with like pretty much the same exact cast called Hot Fuzz, where he's a hardcore fucking police officer from like London, and he gets stabbed.
I think I've
and
seen clips.
He's putting away so many criminals that like they're running out of jobs. He's making the other police look bad, so they send him to the most boring like part of England or whatever that exists. And it turns out it's like a cult. So it's a fucking great movie. Hot Fuzz is dope. If you guys in the chat haven't seen Hot Fuzz and you liked fucking Shaun of the Dead, go watch Hot Fuzz. That movie fucking slaps.
Go watch Hot Fuzz, ladies and gentlemen.
It fucking slaps.
It slaps.
And like the fucking stream, we're at 53 likes. There's 300 people in here. Pop us up, baby.
Pop us up.
Pop it.
Look,
right,
look, y'all are the Viagra, and we need to get up. You know what I'm saying? Let's play this video.
And living out of very nice hotels. When people started seeing all this, sure enough, a couple 18, 19-year-old girls went to go and hang out with Paul. And one of them even dated him. This is a
While they're still legal, I find it nasty.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just uncomfy for me, okay? It doesn't make me feel good, right?
I like that my wife's age is very close to mine.
Yeah, I as well. I'm way older than my wife, bro. I'll be honest. I'm a whole year older than her. Okay.
You nasty piece of
shit.
shit.
I always dated older women, but I.
She's a year younger than you. You fucking piece of shit.
I went younger. All right. I went younger for once, man. It's crazy. All right. I did it. But
I did too.
A grown ass middle-aged man. All right. This isn't a midlife crisis. This is probably just how he always was. All right.
Yeah, this guy doesn't look like he's changed recently at all. This looks like very fucking normal behavior.
Since he was like 16
or 14, dude. This is like 14-year-old boy energy.
I was trying to be generous, but
no, this guy fucking sucks. Powerage with another 5 Australian. So my stake, I love Simon Pegg. I was shitting on Paul Breach. Okay, that's fair because fucking Simon Pegg rocks. Paul Breach fucking sucks. Psychotic said, I seen Hot Fuzz last night, and by the way, your mom says hi. Thanks, Psychotic Assault.
Guys, I think we can say this without feeling any guilt. But Paul Breach is stupid, right? Like he's not smart. He does stupid things. He's in trouble for it. All right, because he's stupid.
You sweeping for Paul Breach right now?
No, Paul Breach is a fucking retard. Okay, he's a predator. All right.
There we go.
It was an ill attempt at being funny. Let's play the video.
Okay. All right.
40-year-old man. He's old enough to be these girls' fathers, and he's also a very well-known degenerate. So when during one stream, Paul asks this girl to try on certain types of clothing so he can take certain types of pictures of her, I can't say I was surprised. Still very disturbed, but not surprised.
How nice this wall is. This wall is going to be amazing for photos later. You need to start getting ready. You got to go get all your stuff.
Yeah.
Your outfit changes. You need to get all your outfit changes.
I just want to poke him in the eyes, bro. I'm looking at his eyes right now, and I just want to poke him in the eyes.
In Minecraft, I would bury this man in cobblestone. This guy fucking sucks, bro. I hate him. I hate this content. I hate covering it. I hate him as a person. Box him?
I want to box Paul Breach.
I want to do way worse things than box Paul Breach, man.
Well, this I can pound him. Wait, no.
What is wrong with you tonight?
His face in and get away with it.
Yo, Sliggy is a fucking problem, bro. Just in case you chat haven't noticed, Sliggy is
Susie
too horny,
bad.
bro. Susie is bad.
Sort all that malarkey, eh?
Yeah.
And then we can take photos and it'll be majestic. Is that my hand? Yeah, that's my hand.
What happened to that? Let me right for bed.
Yeah, that's
We can take photos
Oh,
and it
behind
will be
that, right.
majestic.
Right, so we're gonna go and do So yeah, and then you go get your stuff and then we can crack on that, yeah?
But I'm still full.
He's
What
breaking
kind
her
of
down.
outfit is this? All right,
He's breaking her down on a live stream, bro.
Dude, he's
That
all
is
about
so
breaking it
fucking
down.
Gross. He's trying to break her down. That's worse. He breaks it down all day on TikTok, dude. Okay, it's one thing
It's
to
still pretty
pressure.
bad.
Like, he's definitely pressuring this lady, but he's also doing it on a live stream where they can hear that she's not. It says clearly uncomfortable across the
All right,
screen.
here's my issue, right? His frontal lobe, fully developed, has been for decades, right? Her frontal lobe, not fully developed, all right? She's basically a child. All right, now, I understand 18-year-olds are adults, all right? You can get drafted into the army. You can't smoke cigarettes, but you can get drafted into the army, you know. But your frontal lobe, not developed. Mine developed this year, all right? So I'm smarter than these people. But, yeah, I don't like it. There's some kind of imbalance. I'm not going to say it's a power imbalance, which, I mean, you could argue that in this situation because, you know, he's famous and people are trying to get clout off of him, so they'll be willing to do whatever they want or whatever he wants. In some scenarios, think of like no, never mind. Let's just play the video.
Well, maybe the stop looking at videos of me and be fucking better and you'll feel better.
What's the time?
I don't know.
6:30.
Yeah.
This guy's like Onision, bro.
Because you'll be not easily distracted, innit? Lee, can't I tell you? Read them. Can't read them. But yeah, if we do go sort out your outfits or whatever, and then we can do these photos.
Is he trying to be cool? Is that what this is? Trying to sort out your outfits.
You know who I feel like?
My hat.
Who's the guy who did the Transporter series? Was that Jason Statham? He acts like he feels like he's Jason Statham. Like, the way he talks. Is the accent real? Is all of this real? Is this guy actually from the UK? I have no fucking clue. Is he Welsh, or was he making fun of somebody else's fake voice notes? I have no clue anything about this guy, except that I know he's a piece of fucking human garbage. I can tell it. You can tell it through his mannerisms and the way he's talking to this young-sounding ass girl, bro.
Oh, she's 18 or 19.
She's in danger, bro. She does not need to be in the same fucking room as this guy.
Well,
and why? What kind of room are they in? Why are there bricks in the background?
He's the innocent dancing guy from TikTok. You know, he's so relatable with his skinny jeans and his dreamy blue eyes. I was about to say, I want to harm myself in Minecraft. No, I can't say that, can I? I want to jump in lava in Minecraft. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Press play.
Chat, I take back what I said about the first thing. All right, I'm going to play the video.
We go crazy.
I don't really know much about lives. What's like the things in the bottom right corner here?
So yeah, so if we look at stuff, then we can like crack on with life. Jesus, and see what happens.
Yeah.
He's got to have something mentally. There's
She
something
broke.
going on there.
She broke him.
Hold
Or
on.
he broke her.
Oh,
She
let's go
finally
back,
gave
let's go
up.
back.
That's fucked.
Let's go back.
Things in the
That's
bottom
proud
right
of her.
corner here.
So yeah, so if we look at stuff, then we can like crack on with life. Jesus, and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
He
Just
mocked
wanna
her.
have a wonderful new year. And yeah, I'm gonna go and do some busy stuff.
And goodbye.
Bye.
As I stated previously,
What was the point?
nice
Pause it.
hotels-
Pause it. What was the fucking point of breaking her down on live stream just to immediately end the fucking live stream? I don't understand what the idea for content there
for
was.
a photo shoot, yeah?
Just a photo shoot, just to put it up on TikTok.
It was for a photo shoot. I'm not even sure if it was for TikTok. I'm pretty sure it was for his eyes only on Snapchat.
Well, if he literally just fucking ended the stream and she's going to get changed, he's just being a fucking creep.
Yes.
He's just being a fucking weirdo. It just seems
don't
like he was
say.
using his live stream to get her undressed.
Wait,
so that he
Paul
could end his live stream.
Paul Breach was being a creep. No. Shall we play the
You have a
video?
smackable face too, you know that?
You know what? I can hide my face. Not from you, but on stream. I can just hit it with a meow.
Press play.
Making
You
a
got
decent chunk
cat
off
ass
the
in your face.
cameo. He had a 19-year-old girlfriend who he didn't know was
Oh.
clearly only with him for the clout. And even though everyone across the internet was making videos on him being a pedo, his massive ego allowed him to block all that out. Paul's ego truly was his greatest superpower, as well as his greatest...
This is a 40-year-old man, bro.
What does he do for a living that he has the money to just travel around and dance? Like, I don't understand. Did he make all this money off TikTok?
I guess that TikTok money is good because I can't imagine him being competent enough to hold down a job.
That's what I'm fucking saying. It's not even that I don't know if he'd be competent enough to work down a job. I just can't imagine a scenario in which the boss is comfortable with this guy walking around. Because you know he'd be doing these TikToks at work, right?
Bro, he looks like the kind of guy who would get a job at a library and not for good reasons. All right, somebody.
He looks
out there
like the
knows what
kind
I'm
of
talking about.
guy that's
Alright.
the reason why you can't go to Chuck E.
Alright,
Cheese
'cause
without a child.
My local town, we had a guy at the library. All right, he was a computer specialist, and the computers were all at the top story of the library where the kids would go. He got arrested for some pretty bad reasons.
I'm from North Carolina. I know what those libraries are for. Those are just homeless masturbation stations, by the way. There's not even books. And if you go to a library in North Carolina and you check one of the books and you open it up, there's actually nothing written there. It's all a farce. It's all fake. It's all a front to give the homeless a good place to spank it.
TikTok
this is
payouts
also
are
because-
weak. You guys want to see my TikTok payout? I'll pull it
What?
up while we watch the video. Yeah,
I heard TikTok payouts are weak.
they're awful.
My best friend, I think, has 250,000 on TikTok, and the money was not comparable to YouTube, I don't think. Or fucking,
You know
I
how
don't even
much
think
I made
Snapchat.
off of 7.4 million views?
What?
$35.
$7? Yeah, $35. That's what I'm saying. TikTok
$35.
doesn't fucking pay that much, man.
Or something like that. It was close.
Yeah,
But,
because
I can show you how much I've made this month in a second. Let me play the video while I'm looking.
yeah.
While it made the criticism hurt less, it also made him want material things more, like new shoes,
Oh no, he's crying on
nice
screen.
hotels. Paul was absolutely terrible with money management. And it seemed like one month
He got caught a creature and started crying. No, get off my desk. Dude, you unfull screen the video. What are you thinking? Sabotaging my stream, dude. Alright, playing the video again.
he was so awful at it that he had to live out of his tent.
No.
Mr. World went from nice luxury hotels to living out of a tent. And he
Why
didn't
does so
want
many
anybody else to
LOL
see it
cows
that
go
way.
homeless?
He had even prepped his audience for this a couple weeks in advance.
He can
started
talk normal?
Why do
talking
they go
about how he
homeless?
just
Because
needed
they
to feed
focus all of their attention into starting a career online when they have less entertainment value than us.
Oh, yeah. Good fucking point. If we're not as good as Paul Breach, we have to hang it up.
Oh, something will be hanging up, that's for sure. Let me play the video.
No, I feel what you're
under him,
putting
and
down.
He needed to
All right, here we go.
indulge in what he
Actually,
called
let me full screen myself real quick. All right.
Paul enjoying the dungarees.
Do you want to see my monthly earnings for TikTok? I couldn't tell you what the views were or anything like that because I never look. I've never cashed out anything from TikTok, but I still can see my monthly earnings. So these, ladies and gentlemen, are my monthly earnings. $19.60. It's enough to buy a Big Mac and extra. So it's
Yeah, you could
pretty
get
good
a
to
you could
me.
get a large Big Mac combo with a Dr Pepper, and you'd be good to go. You
I'm
just have
not-
to do TikTok for the rest of your life to get a burger once a month.
I don't know how to hook up my banking information, and I'm not going to.
All right, you are naturally sounding like Josh Bluck because you're talking about cringe shit. Can we focus
Yeah.
up?
All right, we're gonna watch the video.
wild camping. Basically, everyone knew the truth. They knew that Paul had been so bad with his money that he had to resort to living in a tent for the next month until he got paid. Magically, the girlfriend wasn't seen anymore after that. But Paul would
No shit.
continue business as usual, all from the luxury of his tent.
Look at that. Oh yeah, look at that hand.
Okay, I am fantastic. Baby, do you love me?
Hold up, the comment. Calling it wild camping when he's homeless is one of Paul's many top-tier delusions.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with him on this one. If I was homeless but had a tent, I would literally call it camping too. They'd be like, "You're homeless." I'd be like, "Why am I home right here then, bitch?" It's a better state of mind to say I'm wild camping.
You know what? I get it.
I'm urban camping. I'm not homeless,
But
bitch.
the difference is, right? He actually probably believes he's camping because Paul Breach is a delusional motherfucker.
He might be delusional, sure. I'm saying if I ended up homeless, I'm calling it urban camping.
Yeah, because you're not delusional at all. Let's play the video.
It's better to be delusional when you're homeless.
Stop talking.
Press play.
Like a loon. I need to pack. Fuck it up, man.
Paul was also losing steam with the TikTok algorithm.
Ugh. Imagine, right? Imagine, if you will. You're sleeping in bed at night, all right? You're having trouble sleeping. It just feels like somebody's watching you, right?
Yeah.
And then, you know, a few hours pass by, nothing. You close your eyes have been closed for hours. All of a sudden, you wake up, and this is 2 inches from your face. This right here. 2 inches. What would you do?
Just a little fucking uppercut, probably. I'd fuck him up. Okay, it's even worse than that. I wouldn't have to wake up at 2 a.m. with this guy 2 inches away from my face. If I was in my garage smoking and watching Rewind and this guy walked past my house, I would yell at him probably. I'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here." Because I have kids in my neighborhood. We're not allowed to have just weird-ass grown men walking around making TikToks.
If I was,
That's what
if
a
I was
neighborhood, that's what
willing-
community's supposed to be about. You see somebody weird in your neighborhood that doesn't belong, and you just fucking make them leave.
Bro, I don't
Get
live
the
in a
fuck outta
neighborhood.
here.
I don't live in a neighborhood. If somebody's walking in front of my house, that means they're on my property. I'm lighting them up with paintballs, dog.
It's a
There is-
crossroads
There is
demon.
no reason for you to be on my property whatsoever. All right?
Did you see
come
those
in,
old
I'm lighting
videos,
you up
bro?
with paintballs. The sheriff's department will understand. All right? I speak from experience.
Did you see those old videos where the dudes are driving around like New York City with paintball guns just lighting the homeless folks up?
No, but that's not funny.
It's
at
not
all.
funny. It sounds
That's
like
not
something
funny.
awful.
Yeah,
It sounds
it's
like
awful.
something only a deplorable, fucked up individual would
That's
do.
a terrible thing to do. Bum fights is awful. I found no entertainment value in bum fights.
No entertainment value at all. I watched
No.
all of it just to make sure
It
that
is
none of
not-
it was good.
It is, you know, speaking of both of these things, bum fights and paintball. Let me go on a small little tangent. I've always wanted to start a paintball league for the homeless. I thought that would be really
Yeah.
cool. Video it,
Okay.
document it, put body cams on them. That's pretty much it. Shall we play this video so we can finish it?
What if they get too real? I think there's a lot of homeless people that are veterans. What if you get some people, some fucked up veterans in there, put a paintball gun in their hands, and they just fucking snap?
Okay, for one, I can take advantage of that. We will be the best league out there. All right, because we can use their experience. All right, and if they snap and they get real, dude, they're gonna think these are actual shots. So they're going to be in the mindset, right? They're going to be in the correct mindset for this very scenario where they're going to be thinking, okay, bullets are flying. I could fucking die. All right, they're going to be all of that experience is just gonna come in at once.
It's all fun and game until the homeless veteran
somebody's
tweaker
neck.
starts getting melee kills. Yeah.
Yeah. he straps a bayonet on the end.
As
of
soon
the
as he
paintball
starts
gun.
getting melee kills, nobody's having fun anymore.
All right, in that scenario, we'd have to let him go from the team.
We'd have to drop him off the roster.
We'd
at
have
a
to drop
minimum.
him off the roster. At the minimum, we put him on the bench for a while. It depends.
Look, Chuck, you were doing real good in the league. You were really holding it down. We liked the way that you were able to lay in one place for days at a time. However, when you started taking out the opponent teams by, strapping Nokia cell phones to bricks with codes implanted in them, we found that the reparations that we've had to make to the arena don't justify you being here anymore.
Bro,
And he'd just be like, and run back into the woods. I don't know, man. Seems crazy. I'm down to
dude,
try it. I wanna
TTS
see
bullet fire for $20. Dude, we We could literally have like people whispering in Vietnamese playing over the speakers. Is that awful? Is that bad?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'm learning. I'm learning.
Yes, that one's bad.
I'm learning how to say things that are socially acceptable. So bear with me, chat.
I forget what song it is. Maybe it was Baby Shark. Oh, dude, we captured some people. I say we as a country, as an American country. We captured some terrorists and we made them listen to some fucked up songs for like 24 hours at a time. I forget which one was the most effective for breaking a prisoner down psychologically the best or the fastest, but it was like a crazy child song. So you never know. Like, imagine someone plays...
Elmo's World.
Yeah, imagine
Dude,
if you're like
that
in a
for
fucking
hours.
locked room with the government fucking not feeding you, not letting you sleep, and just blasting Baby
No,
Shark for
no.
like 24 hours,
Okay,
bro.
I'm moving on from the subject. Let's play the video.
Around
Ugh.
this time.
It's horrible.
He resorted to various other gimmicks to try to juice it back up. Most
Juicing.
notable of these being his two characters that he created, Woman and Old Woman. Believe it
Very original names.
or not, these videos are exactly what he needed, and they got over 1 million views each. Paul may have thought that his popularity was growing, when in reality, it was his notoriety. Not only has Paul released numerous viral videos himself, but he's also had hit pieces made on him
I
that
bet he
went
has.
viral too. They're
let's
not
get
really
into
hit
it.
pieces, to be honest. All they do is talk about the truth and the information that's obviously out there. But think about it, guys. Millions of people have seen Paul's face, and they know what he's done. He has truly become the Chris Chan
That is the
of
most
England.
British caption I've ever seen, dude.
You can see like the dead, soulless nature. Why so vexed?
Oi! What's so vexed?
Oi, why so vexed?
Oi!
In it just Tuesday. Yeah, this is crazy. Why
Oi,
so
bro!
vexed?
You're angry got me Moorish.
Dude, I wish they said vexed in Australia. I'd say let's get Aussie shirts that just say why so vexed.
Oi!
We need some Australian fucking slang terms that we could put on a t-shirt that would be fucking funny.
We'll find something.
Has
I assure
truly
you.
We'll have to.
become the Chris Chan of England. Because
Well, actually, since we're not Australian, who cares what kind of? We could put
Yeah, that's a
something
good
from any
point.
culture. We got
I've
this.
seen
That is a good
numerous videos of him out there just trying to get some
The
groceries.
joggers
and
are
people
crazy.
either
I
are
have the
filming
same pair.
him
I've had them
or
since I
going
was
up to him and
17.
confronting him. He is very well known around the UK, and sometimes it doesn't always work out.
Oh no! I hit back. What the fuck? I forgot I had that button on my
Paul
mouth.
Breach, also
Hold on,
known
give me a
as
second.
Twiggy, you fucking moron. What are you
It's okay,
doing?
we're good. We're good. I think if we were here.
Paul released numerous viral videos himself, but he's
We were ahead of
also
this.
had hit pieces made on him went viral too. They're not really out there.
Where were we?
But
Okay.
please- And people
got
either
it.
are filming him
There you go.
or going up to him and confronting
professional.
him. He
Forgot I
is
had this
very
button on my
well
mouth.
known around the UK, and sometimes it doesn't always work out the best for him.
Oi, why do you sort 16-year-old girls? What? Why
What?
do you sort 16-year-old
Who's
girls?
16?
Huh?
Who's 16? Why are you filming this? Should we go talk to the police? Should we ring the police? No, let's...
Paul thought that he had it all
Oh.
figured
Well,
out
what a
after
tough
this
guy.
confrontation. When
Yeah,
he
he's a
told
badass.
this kid that he was going to call the police, the kid just ran away. He thought, perfect, I can do this to anybody who comes up to me and confronts me on these accusations. But Paul wasn't so lucky when he ran into 3 people who weren't quite as afraid of him or the police.
Here we go.
Say I'm a pedo.
Enjoy yourselves. Alright, you ready?
His face.
Oh, got him. Damn, they got his ass. He wasn't prepared for that at all.
Quite as afraid of him or
Oh,
the
this
police.
is good. His face is priceless.
Say I'm a pedo.
Enjoy yourselves. Alright, you ready?
Yo,
It just melted away.
Yo, what?
So I'm near you.
Pull your phone out. There he goes.
Yeah, pull up the camera, Paul.
You might have got both out.
Oh, big old mean Paul. I'm getting evidence.
Don't hide your face.
What you saying?
There you go.
All right, he's got a nice phone. Okay, where is this money coming from?
Here's one thing that these people are never prepared for. If I'm angry enough, like obviously this situation probably isn't the same, but like if I'm in the Walmart parking lot and I get in an argument with somebody and they pull their phone out, I'm just taking their phone.
Nah, bro, I am immediately.
Just take it.
I am
just yeet.
immediately going to switch up my act because they're pulling their phone out, right? So you gotta just switch up
Match,
the act.
toss,
All right?
and then walk
You gotta
away.
be the most civilized person that you can possibly be, and make the person recording you look like a lunatic. All right?
That's a lot of work when you can just snatch and throw and be on with your
Yes,
day.
but then if you snatch their phone, you're gonna get charged with assault.
If it's on camera, but camera sort of.
Yeah, but
Tossed and thrown.
Walmart's parking lot has cameras, bro. I'm always thinking about where the cameras are.
Walmart can't even stop people from shoplifting. I doubt they're gonna get me for tossing some lady's phone.
No, that's the exact thing they get you for. They don't care about the shoplifting. Okay, those products are insured.
I don't think the Walmart parking lot is a safe place. I disagree with you.
Literally,
I don't think I'm safe in a Walmart parking
lot. In
lot.
2016, when I had my first job over at yonder at the Piggly Wiggly, right?
Yeah.
We were not
The
allowed
Piggly
to,
fucking
we were not
Wiggly.
allowed to report. For one, we weren't allowed to stop a shoplifter. We had to report the shoplifter and hope that somebody did something about it before they got out. Two,
True.
we could only stop them if they had taken a certain, amount, like money amount of merchandise.
I worked at Dollar General for fun when I first got to San Antonio because being a stay-at-home
Nobody
dad
works
was
at
like
Dollar General for fun. That's just cap, bro.
because being a stay-at-home dad for the first time in my life, I was getting bored. So I just did a little bit of night shift stuff just for like a month until I actually got
night
bored of it
shift-
and quit.
Night shift is different. Night shift.
It
is
was fun,
great.
dude. I just
Night
used to
shift
show
is
up and do what I
fantastic.
wanted. I would get high as fuck and go to work.
Oh my gosh,
and
dude,
then just
nobody
vibe.
goes to night shift without getting high, for one. Two,
It was a good time.
I saw the most wild stuff. Dude, I used to love to DoorDash between midnight and 5 a.m. All right? Literally, me and my
Those
best
are crazy
friend,
times as well.
anytime,
I just
like,
enjoyed it
keep
because
in mind-
I was allowed to stop shoplifters.
I'm
I mean, we
working-
weren't allowed, but our location did.
When
and
I
it
was
fun as fuck.
DoorDashing, right? I was working full time, right? Every weekend when me and my friend would hang out, we'd just be like, well, what can we do like to hang out? There's nothing to do. I'm in a small town. So we're like, okay, well, let's drive to one of the bigger cities around and just DoorDash, all right? And see how much money we can make, and then we would go like to different stores and go on a shopping spree, right? So we literally would go out and DoorDash like late at night and just have the time of our lives. I saw an actual dumpster fire with a guy with a 1-gallon pitcher going back and forth from his apartment, which was in the second story, filling that little pitcher up with water and dumping it on the fire. Did nothing to stop it whatsoever. That was
I've lit a
pretty
dumpster
cool.
fire before,
I
so
have
I'm pro dumpster fire if it's in a controlled environment.
I've had countless people open up the door butt naked. That's not one of my fond memories.
Dude, people are crazy with how comfortable they are with their
dude,
bodies,
all the time.
bro.
Same with doing pest control, dude. There was multiple times. So with pest control, like you'd see all kinds of wild stuff. Let me talk about this real quick before we get to Paw Breach. You would see all kinds of wild stuff because we do contracts for apartments and like low income housing and all of that. Like anywhere where they had a master key. Whenever we do those contracts, if we knocked on the doors and nobody answered for a certain amount of time, you open it up, you walk in, you announce yourself, and you do your thing. All right, so found multiple bodies that way.
Like dead bodies?
Yes, very common. And then, but the worst of it, unfortunately, because the
Bad
dead
Tuesday.
bodies were pretty bad. But
It's a bad Tuesday.
The worst of it was when you'd walk in, and you'd be doing the treatment. You'd be walking around the whole house, just doing your thing. And then all of a sudden you get to the bedroom and somebody's just sprawled out playing with themselves while making eye contact with you, bro. I had that
That's on
happen with
purpose.
yes, it's very on purpose because they know you're coming. There's a notice put out, and it happened multiple times to the actual land monsters, dude. I've seen things. All right, I've seen things beyond your comprehension.
When I was so I was managing a warehouse before I moved out to Texas. That's what I was doing. So I was running a warehouse, and one of the things I had to deal with was like annoying truckers. So like my forklift loaders and unloaders didn't have to deal with like shitty truckers because there would be complaints, and then I'd have to deal with them. So I was like, I'll just go be the asshole. So if you have a weird trucker, call me down from the office. I'll come down there and I'll fucking handle it. So they call me down one morning and they're like, hey, there was a trucker already here when we got here. He's not answering. His truck is running. We think he's asleep. Can you go check it out? And I'm like, yeah. I go out there and I fucking pound on the fucking driver door, and the truck starts shaking a little bit and then nothing. So I wait like a minute or two, hit my vape, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? So I'm like, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, yo, I'm running a fucking warehouse here, dude. You're holding up one of my doors. What are you doing? This dude fucking comes, some old Ukrainian guy, big fat fucking dude wearing no clothes but a pair of socks, hops in the fucking driver's door, doesn't roll down the window, opens the fucking door, and he's like, "Yes, you need truck." And I'm like, "Motherfucker, you need to put some clothes on, first of all, and second of all, yes, get on door 4 right fucking now. You are slowing my whole fucking operation down." So, dude, truckers are gross as fuck, too.
I have a similar story. So, there used to be this guy in the town I live in, and he was basically a pimp, right? Except for the fact that he would pimp out himself. So, he was a little bit of both, because he had girls, too, but he'd pimp out himself. And he would drive a box truck, all right? And the box truck, you could see behind, like, in the cab, it was just, like, these like, red silk curtains. And one day, while I was at the Piggly Wiggly, on Valentine's Day, to be specific, we see this box truck come into the parking lot. I had no idea about this guy, all right?
Okay.
I didn't learn how notorious he was until way later. But the van pulls up, and all of a sudden, you see this car pull up beside the van, and it's this pretty large woman. And she gets out of the car, walks up to the passenger side of the box truck. The guy gets out. He grabs a step stool, puts the step stool out in front of the side of the truck so she can walk in. And then they just walk to the back of it. And we already kind of knew what was going on. And my 16-year-old innocent mind was not prepared for what was going to come next. But the van just started fucking shaking, dude. Like, shaking. And the suspension had to be out because it was just like, it was going. And I was told to go out and let them know that we knew what was going on. And I'm like, fuck me, dude. Like, I don't want to do this. It's early in the morning.
They sent you,
I'm the only
kid?
I was the only person working the floor that day. I was handling registers and stocking at the same time. All right? The only other person there was my manager, Daryl, who was 67 and walked with a cane. All right? Who's going out there to the parking lot? Let's be real.
Daryl.
Yeah,
Daryl needs to get his
Daryl was
ass
not
out there.
Dude, I know so many Daryls. It's crazy. It's my favorite name now. But
Daryl?
So I don't have a horn on my car. I'm not gonna walk up and knock on the windows. So I went and got one of the air horns off of our shelves. I walked outside and I drove around the truck in circles doing donuts and my little S10 just blaring on the air horn until they got out to see what was going on. And then I said, "The SWAT team is on their way," and they got out of there.
You need to go. I don't
know why I said that, but
if it works, it works. If it works, it works.
But let's get back to this video, because we've been watching this video for a while, and we only have a couple of minutes left. And then we can talk about whatever the fuck we want.
Let's finish it.
Post on TikTok?
No.
Fuck. I swear you're a pedo.
You say what you're saying. I'm loving it. Loving it, bless you. You're having fun, aren't you?
The worst part is all of these kids are like right up his age range.
Getting bullied by teenagers is crazy.
Alright, I feel like we'd both get bullied by teenagers.
I would not get bullied by fucking teenagers. I'm a grown-ass man. I would just walk away. And first of all, they'd have no
shorts out in public. A group of teenagers laughed at me. I'm not even kidding. It was...
I would go out in public in this dragon onesie and not worry about fucking people.
No, I'll walk out in my Spider-Man onesie. I'll walk out in any costume. You get respect for that. It's just wearing shorts that's the issue. If I walk out in shorts, people laugh at me.
A good Twiggy challenge is IRL Twiggy on a Saturday in like capris.
Capris aren't even as embarrassing. They
capris are way worse than shorts.
No, dude, I grew up wearing capris. Okay, all right.
That's embarrassing.
No, it's not.
That's embarrassing.
No, it's not.
Say.
They're very common in Australia.
Capris?
Yeah.
You're not from Australia, though.
They're like shin height. You know, they have a little tie on the side. Yeah, I used to.
Capris are for girls named Ashley.
Nah, bro, I grew up wearing those. I wore them bitches out like when I was exploring in the woods and shit.
No, men wear shorts. Men don't wear fucking capris.
I wore capris.
You were wrong.
No, my mom told me. My mom told
Your
me
mom lied to you, Twiggy. Your mom was wrong, bro. You're not supposed to wear capris, dude.
Dude, I swear, dude. They're like common in another country where it's always hot. All right. And dude, it was the perfect balance between shorts because I've been embarrassed to wear shorts since I was a child. I never really wore shorts until I was 22 years old. All right. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's when I just became confident for no reason.
I think you have some type of weird, like, a lower body trauma. Capris are not the answer,
Dude,
brother.
you
That's
know what
like
the worst
taking
thing
a
that-
shower
Do you
in like
ever-
swim shorts.
Do you ever look back at your childhood and just feel bad for yourself? Because there's one situation that I always think about where I'm like, I feel bad for little Twiggy. I remember one time I got a pair of sandals and I was so excited. I was like, it was like for the 3 years that I was actually in school and not homeschooled. I was like, I cannot wait to wear my sandals to school tomorrow, dude. I'm so excited. Like, it's
sandals?
Friday. It's Friday. It's not against dress code. I can wear sandals. And I wore my sandals to school and everybody made fun of me.
It's because you were in capris too.
No, I wasn't. I was in khaki shorts. Capris were against dress code. I'm not
For
even
good
kidding.
reason. Capris were against dress code, but you could wear sandals?
I think it's because it was a Christian school. So, like, they probably thought I was gay because I was wearing capris.
So now we're starting to have a little bit of understanding about capris. So
I don't
why
think
do you
there's any
think?
problem. I'll still wear them, dude. They're
Why do you
comfy.
think the church thinks capris on men are gay?
Because they're. Can we have this video?
Because there's some flamboyant ass pants.
No,
they
they're
don't know if
not.
they're pants. They don't know if they're shorts. Capris are for fucking like middle school girls, bro.
Bro.
I'm buying a pair of capris.
Dude, capris are comfortable for one. Two.
No.
The worst part is I had a green pair. But let's just play the video. I don't like this.
Yeah, bro. You sit
I
on
can't
your
hear
life
Paul.
and pretend to talk to people that aren't there, bro.
He does do that.
Damn.
I swear. All right, in a bit.
That right there is the price
pause
of
it?
internet.
I wish I could hear what Paul was saying.
I do want to speak on something that Billy the Fridge was saying the other day. Billy the Fridge was talking about how Zayzud had went out and was like talking to some old people on a park bench, just doing a little bit of content. And Billy said, there's always danger. Like, I've had to go out and fight people. This is crazy. These are some IRL haters met up with him at a grocery store when he was grocery shopping and were ready to ambush
Dude,
him.
you don't
out
understand. He's
fucking side.
notorious. Like, everybody
No, he
where
deserves
he lives
it.
knows about him because of, like, his actions online. Also, Truth Bomb said, Twiggy, you said you were homeschooled the other night. I said I was homeschooled tonight, too. I went to a Christian school for 3 years.
Your mom wouldn't let you wear capris because they were gay.
No, my mom would let me wear capris. It was the Christian school.
Was that at home? Was that
My
like
mom's
a
the
different
one.
room?
My mom's the one who.
Normal
got me
schools
the-
upstairs and
So
then
a
like Christian
family.
schools
There was
downstairs.
a family that like donated
Your
the clothes to
family?
us. We were kind of poor. So a family donated the clothes to us, and there was capris in there. And my mom was like, these are, the family has Australian heritage. They moved here from Australia, and these are very
Okay.
common.
No. These are lies.
My mom
You're
wouldn't
lying to
lie to
me.
me, bro.
You're lying to me about
No,
what
I'm
your
being
mom
100% serious.
You're
I'm not even
gaslighting me
kidding.
right now.
No,
Oh, the
I'm-
Australian family.
No, literally, they went to school. They went to the same school as us. Because this is while I was at the Christian school, right? They did not talk with an accent. Nobody in the family talked with an accent, right? But, like, I believe my mom 100%.
You believed her on capris.
Yes.
That's a pattern.
What do you mean that's a pattern?
That's a pattern of believing bad things.
And I wasn't wearing capris the day I got made fun of for wearing my sandals. Dude, that
Maybe
hurt me.
it was-
That
it
hurt
was
me.
the-
I'm still hurt from that. I was so excited to wear those sandals, dude. I just want to watch this video. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Especially if there are pedo accusations against you. Paul is probably one of the most well-known and infamous TikTok predators. He seems to be unapologetic about what
I just
he's
wanna
done,
punch my
about what
monitor.
he's
He's so
attempting
round.
to do.
Don't
and I
punch your
don't see
monitor.
him
Why, you're mad at
changing
me?
anytime soon.
Chat, can we spam the yellow moon emoji in reference to Paul Breach's build?
I'm not the guy who made fun of your sandals.
Shut the fuck up, dude. I'm trying to watch this video. Don't bring up the sandals anymore, please.
I'm just saying it wasn't me.
I
That's
don't
all.
care. You remind
Well,
me
you're
of the
yelling
kid.
at me.
You
You're
remind
yelling
me
at
of the kid
me.
who made fun
You're
of my-
yelling-
Actually, you don't, because it was a girl who made fun of my sandals.
Oh, okay.
I got made fun of by a
Hey,
girl
Mac!
in elementary
Mac!
school for wearing sandals, dude. I'll never
Hey,
forget.
Mac, get up here and roast Twiggy's clothes.
No, I don't care anymore. It's just I hurt for my childhood self.
Hey,
Because I
Mac,
had to
come
go-
hurt his
I had to go
childhood.
through that.
No matter how many times his account is deleted or he is banned, he always returns
Like a
within a couple
cockroach.
days. Seems like there's no getting rid of him. But that's all we have on Paul Breach today, guys. Thank you so much
We
for
finally
watching.
got through
This
it.
one's
Oh my
kind of one that I've
gosh.
always had on the back burner. I've always wanted to
Alright,
make it.
bye, Mr. Kiwi
Okay.
Tapes.
I
Bye.
hate Paul Breach.
I hate Paul Breach too. I think somebody needs to fart in the same room as it. Fart in an elevator. The same elevator that Paul Breach
There's
is
a
in.
lot of LOL cows that have like moments that make them fun and interesting to cover. Like the Shanny for Christ chick. When you showed me the railroad video, I legitimately laughed. It was legitimately funny. In a real life sense, it's fucked because there were kids in that vehicle and they were almost out of gas and it was like a real life situation. But from the future, here at Aussie, we could watch that and be like, this is objectively funny.
Yes, because
Nothing about Paul Breach was objectively funny.
No.
Nothing about him
No.
is funny at all. He just fucking sucks so hard. He sucks fucking raw eggs. I hate Paul Breach. If you see this, bro, fucking stop. Just stop. Get off the fucking internet, dude. Please.
All right.
What the fuck,
I don't
man?
want to talk about Paul Breach anymore. If I was you guys, I wouldn't have given the show any money while talking about Paul Breach. That guy is like, it's not one of those locals that's fun to cover.
I'm glad we covered him, but that
I'm
guy
glad we
fucking sucked.
covered him, but it's not one of the ones that's fun. Like Shanny was fun, right?
Mhm.
The Wolfpack couple will be fun. Well, their videos are kind of boring, but they're weird enough to where we can make fun of them. They're like an alpha
What's the Wolfpack
family,
couple?
where like a dude has a wife, but he's also like fucking his sister or something. I don't remember the details. It's been a while since I've done these deep dives.
I'm enjoying it. But I will say that motherfucker sucks.
Yeah, Paul Breach is he's no bueno.
No, I googled it. It does not look like he's in prison. By the way,
All right, now we've got
no happy ending.
We've got a little more than 30 minutes left. How do we want to spend this 30-minute steak?
However we want to. I want to talk about this fucking bullshit. I just had to go to court yesterday, and we didn't talk about it because I was having so much fun with Shanny and Buff Weeb coming up.
You're a criminal. I'll put you
Okay.
full screen. Tell us about it.
Okay, so I live in a pretty nice neighborhood here in Texas. And I got caught by a fucking Twiggy-looking guy. Like, literally, this fucking
Ouch.
motorcycle cop, little fucking pussy, pulls me over for doing a California stop on a stop sign and tells me that the fine is $500 fucking dollars to deal with it. So obviously me, I'm like, fuck you. I'm not giving you $500 fucking dollars for I'm in my own neighborhood. I can look both ways and see that there's nobody there. I'm acutely aware of the dangers in the city. I know how to fucking drive.
Acute.
So I'm like, fuck this.
You're cute.
I'm getting a fucking lawyer, right? So I get a fucking lawyer off Google. Well, I call around. Until I find someone who understands my case. They sound interested, and I get this lawyer. Fast forward 6 fucking months. Yesterday, I finally get to go up to the courthouse.
Johnny.
I say, hey, what do I need to bring? What do I need to wear? What do I need to have? What do I need to say? What do I need? And she says, you don't need anything. Just show up with your ID. You show up on time, sign in with the bailiff, and just wait. And you can wait in the hallway or you can wait in the courtroom. It's up to you. I'm going to do all the talking, so you don't have to be in there if you don't want. Great. Get there, park, get in there, sign in. I'm dressed up real nice, but I'm wearing dress shorts instead of dress pants. And apparently, if you're wearing shorts, you can't go into a courtroom.
No, you
and all the
cannot.
other criminals around were like, haha, you didn't know to wear shorts? I don't get fucking arrested! I don't go to court! I don't know the fucking rules!
I love going to court.
Fuck you. So I didn't know the fucking rules, so I'm sitting in this fucking hallway. They finally fucking get... After it's all taken care of, they're like, yo, the judge is a piece of shit. I'm talking to the lawyer. They're like, the judge sucks. She's an evil bitch. She's having a bad day. She's just throwing the book at everybody. She wants you to do 8 hours of community service, a $200 fine, and I had to take a defensive driving course online for a California stop on a stop sign. So I told him, I said, dude, fuck it, defer it. I'll just never do it. I will just never, ever fucking deal with it or do it. I'll just keep pushing it the fuck out of the way. I'm not dealing with it. This is bullshit. And I don't dislike the cops. I've never had an issue with cops. But this is fucking
I appreciate
bullshit.
That.
So I'm like, well, I'm a veteran. That's why we're here. Because they're asking us about, like, well, why are you guys here? Because I was telling them about North Carolina and shit. And they're like, well, why are you here? And I was like, well, my wife is military. I'm a veteran. We got moved around. We just got here when I got this fucking ticket. You know, I was brand new to the fucking city. And I was like, my wife's pregnant. So he goes back to the judge. He's like, look, the dude seems like a nice guy. They're both veterans. And his wife's pregnant. So they ended up waiving the whole fucking thing and letting me go. But it took 6 fucking months to go through all of that bullshit. But it is handled. Other than I had to pay the lawyer. And guess how much I had to pay the lawyer, Twiggy? Guess how much?
How much? I don't hire lawyers.
500 fucking dollars.
Yep, that's the base fee right there. Yes, sir. I've had that fee sent to my house, and I have sent it right back. Because they didn't do shit for me. I represented myself. Why are you sending me a $500 consulting fee when you didn't do any work other than tell me, you know, this is what we can do, right? I sat in your office for 20 minutes, and you're going to give me a $500 consulting fee? No, sir. No, sir. I did better on my own than I would have done with you, okay? But also, I got pulled over a few weeks ago for my tags being 4 years out of date, right? All right? Never had an issue with it. Never had an issue.
That's some backroad North Carolina shit for sure.
It's a long story, but tags are 4 years out of date. I got pulled over for it. There's not a court date on the ticket. So I'm just not going to do anything about it. I'm selling it.
I got an interesting DM. I'm going to tell you what it says, and you can tell me if you're interested enough for it to be on the show.
Okay.
Freshie posted a 4-minute voice note going after Jethro in main chat.
Yes!
Okay.
You're going to have to download the voice note before you play it, though.
I have it, but I don't know how to download it. Let me see. Right click. Forward. All right, Twiggy, I sent it to you.
Okay, yeah, I can play it easily.
There you go. Because I don't know how to change it, but I am very interested to see, because Freshie Fresh, I don't know if you understand, I fucking fired you, and I know Twiggy says he hired you again.
He's hired.
No, you're not. You're
Yes,
fired,
he is.
and so is Jeff. No, you're both.
You can't fire him.
I'm about to get angry. You're making me mad, Twiggy. You're actually making me mad.
Why?
I do not, because they're fucking stupid, and they're gonna cause issues. I guarantee this voice note's a nothing burger.
No, they're not gonna cause issues. This voice note is probably very important.
Before I go to sleep, there's a lot of.
I am interested to hear Freshie Fresh's voice because I haven't been allowed. I sent it to you. What are you talking about?
It's so quiet.
But I was just going through an arc of the Donald Trump make
It is quiet.
Again, but it's just getting tiring.
Oh God, he sounds angry as fuck. You gotta play it.
Is annoyed by it, but also
But while he's figuring that out, Con said he went off. Yeah, he definitely did. I've been on jury like 4 times. Pretty sure I have the worst luck with random selection. I've never been to jury duty before. But if I go to jury duty, I'm getting out of it, bro, because I'm going to say some wild shit. I don't care what the crime is or who's actually, like under trial, but I'm a stay-at-home dad, so I'd have to get, like, a babysitter, or my wife would have to stay home from work. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it for me to do it.
4 minutes of this.
I'm getting kicked out of jury duty.
I'm
You're not listening to 4 minutes of it? No. You have to sum it up.
Well, also, we have something to cover. Apparently, there's, like, something to do with furry allegations against our manager, Freshie Fresh. I was sent a video, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna download the video real quick. We're gonna
wait a
up
second.
This screen recording. Somebody screen recorded Jethro.
I thought furries were banned.
It's not gonna let
You're
me
saying
play
Jethro's
the
a
video.
furry or Freshie Fresh is a furry?
It's telling me to upgrade to play. I'm not paying 99 cents to play this video. What are you smoking dick, dude? What are you talking about? Because it's an Apple file? No, that's bullshit, bro.
Mike said if you guys do cover King Cobra, you should try to have Billy on as a guest. Billy knows a lot about Cobra. I'll keep that in mind. I would say that I'm a fan of King Cobra in the same sense of anybody who watches like King Cobra content. I'm not watching his live streams, but I'm watching coverage of King Cobra. I think King Cobra is one of the most interesting LOL cows in existence. And if Billy actually knows a lot about it, Mr. Billy, the refrigerator, if you're out there and we cover King Cobra, you should definitely come on and share some of your wisdom.
What the
Truth Bomb
fuck?
says he's been causing issues all day, going after people. Dude can't even call into shows because he's banned from it. Truth also says yes in all caps. He is into furries. Okay.
Okay. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to open it up in a video editor or something.
Well, they're saying Freshy Fresh is a furry.
Is a furry.
These are the allegations that I'm seeing.
Somehow Officer Twiggy missed out on this, or maybe I knew exactly what I was doing.
So you hired somebody who should be banned.
He's not banned. He just can't call into the shows because he has a speech impediment and he says words that sound like the N-word. That's literally
Isn't no furries a role of the Discord?
He's not a furry. I've seen no conclusive evidence to support this statement.
What kind of police officer are you?
I
fucking log it in. I want to know what's real.
I have seen no evidence. This video is in 480p because Freshy's camera is great quality. Oh, this is a Discord. Somebody recorded a Discord chat. All right, I can't leak my source, but they're also not the source of this. They were sent this, so I'm not gonna leak their source.
What is going on? Are you sure you can play that then? Because you're gonna have to reveal a source to. What if fucking Rastoff gets mad at you and comes and community manages your dumbass?
So, also, I'm not scared of him, but let's see.
Okay.
If I can get you guys to hear it. All right, this should be.
Let's see if we can hear it.
This should be audible. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to full screen it and have you see it. Just based off of, yeah, it's.
I'll listen on YouTube.
Can you see this?
Yeah.
I know they can see it, but sometimes the editor has issues. All right.
That's Freshy Fresh or Mr. 77?
This is Freshy Fresh. Stop.
Roasted.
The whole furry shit that you were talking about. That you like lady furries. What about that? Is that going on too?
Are you fucking kidding me? Lady! I said that to you in confidence, you fucker.
Wait.
Well, he does seem to be cooked after watching that video.
Okay, Freshy Fresh, you're fired again, bro. I don't know what to say.
Fresh,
Stop.
I suspend you indefinitely.
Okay, this is to the chat. Twiggy is no longer allowed to hire managers.
No, that's literally the only thing I contribute. You make the thumbnails, you make the topics, I hire managers.
Twiggy is 0-2 for managers right now.
Right.
And I'm afraid of what 0-3 is going to look like.
Right.
Who are you going to hire next? Onision?
No.
Who's going to be our next manager?
I'm going to find somebody really good to be our manager. Somebody.
Get Josh Block or nobody, bro.
No, trust me, I have a specific type of person I want to manage us. All right? I need somebody who has a pure soul. Obviously, I was wrong about Freshy Fresh. Freshy, how do you respond to the furry allegations?
The furry allegations are pretty crazy.
Well, excuse me, the furry allegations. Sorry, that was me.
Weil said Jethro's doing a good job, I thought. I thought so too. And then he was in a Voldapork stream asking for a job, and I just don't have a lot of faith right now. That's my issue. I don't think we need a manager right now. I think we're locked in as is.
Not only that, but he had our show's name in his
attached
YouTube
to his name.
All right, which is fine. But when you're going to the enemy and you're wearing our flag and you're negotiating with the enemy, brother, that's a war crime in my book. All right?
Yeah, we do not negotiate with terrorists, and we definitely do not negotiate with their hostages. Who's the old YouTuber that got banned for saying that line? He used to... He said, we don't negotiate with terrorists, and we definitely don't negotiate with their hostages. And he would shoot the hostages and the terrorists. It was a gun channel. He used to do like a Russian accent.
The only person I remember is FPS Russia. He was banned.
It might be that.
He was not banned.
It might be FPS Russia.
But he was arrested. He was stopped from... Okay, FPS Russia was no longer able to continue his YouTube career, not only because his best friend and supplier of his firearms was murdered in his own office, with no signs of forced entry or no signs of a struggle, anything like that. But after his supplier was killed, they intercepted a package that was supposed to be going to FPS for Russia, or Kyle from PKA's house, and it had some weed resin or some hash in it, and because of that, they got him with like a distribution charge, and he was arrested
Holy
and
shit.
sent to prison for it. It almost sounds
What?
like, yeah, it almost sounds like he was made an example of for being one of the biggest gun YouTubers on the internet.
This sounds like one of those weird fucking conspiracy theories.
He's not the only one. The only issue is some of the other guys that stuff like this has happened to. They say so much problematic stuff. They've never done any actions, but they say so much problematic stuff that like when they're arrested, people are like, "Oh, okay." But still, they're being arrested for just words, right? They're not even making threats. They're just saying.
This seems like some Ruby Ridge shit. I don't know if I believe in all of this. It seems like
look,
more people are
I don't
involved.
have any respect for a man by the name of Gypsy Crusader. Okay, no respect for him. I think the things he says is terrible. But he was arrested basically for dropping slurs on the internet. Now, yes, he did have a gun in his house, right? But his house was raided long before the firearm was seen, right? He had 70 officers raid his house based off of speech on the internet.
How many?
70.
I couldn't fit 70 officers comfortably in my house, bro.
There was, I think there was 30,
what the fuck were they looking
cars,
for?
30 vehicles and 70 officers. They were looking for, I guess, anything, right? He's the guy who dresses up as the Joker and goes on Omegle.
See, okay, you have a little bit more information about this. I don't really know anything about PKA except that was like where Wings got started and couldn't hold it together.
PKA, but yeah, PKA, Kyle, one of the hosts of PKA, is FPS Russia.
Is?
Yeah. So like he's out of prison. He's told stories about it.
Oh, holy fuck! I didn't know that.
He
Okay,
can't
that's
own a
crazy.
Firearm. Yeah, he can't own a firearm because he's a felon.
Forever.
I mean, he may be able to get it dismissed or whatever, but even then, like, who's he going to go to be a supplier and all of this stuff? He had a very good gig worked out. So
3D printing?
I mean...
3D printing guns?
FPS Kyle owned an egregious amount of tannerite. Yeah, but there's no legal limitation to the amount of tannerite you can own, at least where I live.
How much tannerite does it have to be before it's egregious? Like a milk gallon?
The limit you can buy at once when you go into a store is 50 pounds.
I've never bought it.
But there's nothing stopping you from going and buying 50 pounds the next day. 50 pounds will blow up a truck, bro.
Will it?
Yeah. Maybe not disassemble it, but it'll bring it off of the ground.
When I come to North Carolina, we should shoot some tannerite.
Oh, we can.
Immortal Muffin, thank you for sending one LOL Cal Aussie gift membership.
Hold up.
I'm down to shoot some tannerite. That seems like a good fucking time. Not the fart noise.
But yeah,
okay.
No, shooting tannerite's fun. I don't actually have a rifle that I can shoot tannerite with, but I can borrow one.
I'm sure it's North Carolina. I've got family there. I can borrow a rifle too.
I have a rifle. We can't shoot tannerite with it.
Why?
Because it's
you got a big rifle? Is it too big?
No, I got a little 22. I'd keep out,
Will a 22 not set off tannerite?
No, not enough velocity.
Damn, that's crazy.
Tannerite explodes based off of impact. So if
people talk a lot of shit about a 22 rifle, but more people get killed by a 22 than any other caliber in America, right?
Dude, think of all of the there were machine guns used in wars, and the bullet was the size of a 22. It just had a little more, powder behind it.
Some oomph. Behind that motherfucker, dude.
Some oomph.
The cool thing about a 22 though is you can just ping, 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 ping. No recoil. You hit whatever you aim at.
That's why I love it.
And if you shoot somebody in the head with a 22, it pops right through the skull, and then it fucking bounces around the interior, and it melts the brain pretty much. So it's a really good headshot weapon.
Don't know if we can talk about this on stream.
Too bad. Alex Jones says I got a couple pounds of it sitting right next to me. I don't know if I'd want to be sitting right next to like a pile of tannerite, but I would definitely love to shoot some tannerite from like far away.
I have never.
How far do you have to be?
With as far as you're, further back, the more of a pussy you are. But
no, I don't believe in that bullshit. No, I was in the army. I've seen explosives. I don't fuck around, bro. I'm not
usually we're up to sometimes we're up to 100 yards back. So not like super far, but far enough. And then we usually
a football field is still really far away. I thought we'd be way closer than that.
No, it depends on the amount you're blowing up.
Dude, I thought like 50 feet was far enough. You're talking about 100 yards?
100 yards was very necessary.
Oh, we're gonna have to blow something up, dude. Let's bring. Dude, we
The
can't.
100 yards was a barn that we had permission from the fire department to explode.
We should explode that abandoned building.
No, I don't own it.
We just have to get the tannerite in there, and then it'll be our stream starts at midnight, so like no one will be around, and then all you gotta do is blow up the whole building.
The whole street.
Yeah, you'll get caught for sure.
It'll set
Tannerite
off the neighbors' car alarms, and there's not a lot of neighbors around.
I seen somebody shoot a washing machine full of tannerite, and they were probably about 100 yards back, and the fucking door of that washing machine ripped half of the tree away that they were hiding behind.
If you're
like that shit is actually terrifying.
If you're blowing up anything other than just raw tannerite, like just shooting plain old tannerite in like a pumpkin, you're gonna want to be pretty far back, and you're gonna want to be a good shot.
Why?
Because
what
every dumbass
if you
I've
miss,
ever been
nothing
around,
nobody gets hurt.
Every dumbass I've ever, dude. You look like an idiot if you shoot tannerite.
You definitely look like a fucking loser if you miss your tannerite shot.
About? So you better be a
but
good shot.
It's not dangerous. It just makes you look like a fucking loser.
Yeah. I don't
Voltage
care about
mics at stake. What was the biggest explosion you ever saw?
He'll answer that question for $20.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about all that. Anyone in the chat that could catch me up on Twiggy and the LOL Cow Aussie, I'm new to this one. Randoki, just pay attention, bro. It's just Steak and Twiggy. We're vibing and hanging out. Twiggy used to be a villain, but now he's a good. Now he's a good guy. He's like a Sour Patch Kid. And basically, on this channel, what we've been doing recently, which we're probably going to continue to do, is we're going to cover other LOL cows that are outside of the universe. We're going to try and reach new people, new members that are from outside of the LCU and try to create growth the natural, good fucking way, just by making good content. Today we covered Paul Breach. We've decided he's a despicable human fucking being. Yeah, we regret it. It was not the best video. We hate that piece of shit. Tomorrow we might be bringing back some Shanny. We're not sure. We haven't decided yet. We sort of just figure out the day of. Me and Twiggy are both just like, we have interests, and whichever one of us finds a cooler video, that's probably what we're going to cover.
The reason I was evil, to give you the backstory, I was evil for a few months, and it turns out I was constipated for around 3 months. I was in pain.
That's not the lore, by the way. We're not gonna keep that going. Aw shit, W man, try to reach YouTuber Tobuscus. Didn't they have Tobuscus on LCL?
They had Tobuscus on LCL. I have reached out to Tobuscus like when I was on the show, the first go around before he was ever on the show, and no response. Everybody I've reached out to, which I don't reach out. He was the biggest person I've reached out to. Usually it's pretty small creators. Nobody, nothing. Nobody cares enough about us to come on to our show.
They will. Chat, if any of you motherfuckers have like a contact that we don't know about, like there's an LOL cow that you actually, like you're in their Discord or something weird like that, let me know so we can figure it out. The Wolf Pack is a good one. I think that's one Twiggy mentioned. I don't really know the Wolf Pack. Yeah.
I want to see who they want.
Oh, wait, I gotta switch to Aussie, but yeah.
We're gonna have to do a few. All right, so while he's making this poll, I was going to tell them to say some names they want on the poll, but it'll take a minute because, we have a delay. So let's see. All right, we have
It's a Q&A, not a poll.
All right.
Who
you can do
should we cover next?
Do the poll because then it'll show the percentages. And you can.
It's going to show the percentages either way.
I don't know how the Q&As work, okay? But
it'll work. It'll work. You have to give me names.
One of our options is Johnny Elbows.
Johnny Elbows. Okay, you're right. It didn't work. I gotta do a poll. But the poll is just yes or no, motherfucker.
No, you can change the yes or no to whatever you want.
Oh.
Yeah. I was wondering why your polls are always yes or no for things that didn't make sense for yes or no.
Because it already says yes or no. I thought those were what you had to do. Who should we cover next?
So
okay,
Johnny
so it was
Elbows for the first one.
Johnny Elbows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Onision for the second.
I know a lot about Onision. I actually know a decent amount. That's probably the first, after Chris Chan, Onision was the second guy I fucking really deep dived into.
For the third, we're gonna go with Tammy Hull.
Tammy, how do you spell Hall?
Hull, brother. She is creepy.
She's another. She's the one with the big ass teeth, bro.
She creepy.
I know Tammy Hall. All right,
That'll be
give
a
me
good
one
episode.
more. I think
One
four. I think
more.
4 will be enough.
All right, let me think of one more. One more. Leslie Clark.
I don't know who that is either.
She's an ugly fat woman who is a predator.
Great. That's what we need more of. What's up, Meg? Pamper Chew. No, I don't think... Dude, I really want to stick away from the diapers as much as possible. I don't know what it is that one really gets me. But, like, I've watched a lot of content about Andrew Ditch. And Andrew Ditch apparently is, like, he's a big boy. He got in some type of vehicular accident where he got hurt. And then after he got hurt, I guess... Either he decided or he is, like, incredibly mentally damaged, and he's just made his life a problem for everybody else.
I personally think he fakes it.
I think he fakes it, too.
It's not faked, it's heavily exaggerated, and...
That's what I'm leaning more into, is he does have some cognitive issues, but he just leans all the way into them, and he's one of these people that wants to take 0% accountability for his own life. He, like, wants to get nurses to wipe his ass and clean him, and he makes everything, like... To me, it makes it, like, slightly sexual. I don't know. I don't fuck with his whole energy. Big fraud. He's a big fake. Big phony. Big little phony fake fuck. I don't like him.
All right, so right now we've got Onision winning, right? But if you want to take over and have your own option, what should we set recommendations at? What price? We got to e-bag a little.
We could do 10s.
All right, well, whoever sends the last 10... We'll put that one up against Onision.
Ooh.
No, even better. Whoever sends the last 10, we'll go with it. Unless we can. You know, I think that's a pretty good idea because we'll still cover Onision, right? It's just not going to be tomorrow's stream. We'll do it the stream after because that's one that we both know a little bit about.
Yeah. Let's see. Would Eugenia Cooney be a Lolcow, or is that way too sensitive a topic?
It's a sensitive topic, but it's also like...
Why is it a sensitive topic?
Because she...
Her eating disorder?
Yeah, her eating disorder, and the fact that like she's, you know, it's one of those things where we get into talking about mental illness and all this fun stuff, and then people are gonna tell us we don't know what we were talking about because we most likely don't know what we're talking about, and then it just becomes.
I can talk about eating disorders.
I mean, I look like I can.
You definitely look like never mind.
Yeah. And like Dummy Bear said, she's dying alive. But, yep, Onision went out on the poll for now.
Okay.
By not much.
I'm down with that. Was it close? No, it is by much. It's only 52%, but that's out of 4. Nobody even gives a fuck about Leslie Clark, so fuck Leslie Clark, whoever you are. Fuck you, Leslie. Nobody cares.
It is by much. You're right. I forgot there's 4 options.
Jim said, let's make fun of her. It will help her heal. I don't know, man.
No.
My thing with Eugenia Cooney is I actually do know a bit of her lore, and the only reason I know a bit of her is because I know all of the Onision lore, and that sort of fucking ties in.
Countless videos about... It was like 25.
So if we talk about Onision, we're going to talk about Eugenia Cooney as well. I think she needs help, but I also think she doesn't want fucking help, and if somebody doesn't want help, you can't fucking help them regardless of how much you want to.
And tomorrow we'll cover Onision. We will make sure that we are on top of it, right? Like we're not getting as distracted, okay? But also we'll probably separate it into 2 streams.
Yeah, well, the Onision is such a, like, massive fucking topic. Like, I'm pretty sure even when I got into Onision, when I covered the Onision, it was broken into, like, 12 videos. And each one of those videos was, like, hours long. Like, it was so much.
And we'll either separate it into 2 streams, or we can, like, set a goal to do it on a Saturday. But we don't really have enough time to do a goal. So, but Saturday streams are going to be streams that, like, you know.
Meg says she needs help. The only way to help is to not give her views. I agree. She'll stop streaming and get back to normal when she stops getting attention on the internet. I literally agree. Base take.
Or she will go the Lolcow route and never stop streaming. I don't know what's
so-
going on with my mic today. My mic's been fine.
I don't know. You've gotten a lot of mic complaints lately, man. I think it's because you don't get close and
Is it
intimate
any
with your
better
mic.
now?
You don't talk in it. Stop fucking with it and just use your mic correctly. You don't talk into it.
I don't know if it's too loud or too quiet.
If you talk at a normal volume voice, but you're close to your mic, it captures it perfect. That's how you're supposed to. You're not supposed
too
to.
loud or too quiet. This
Like my
mic
yell,
was
I move
designed.
back.
This mic was designed to be at a distance. Okay.
Are you sure about that?
It's
My
a
mic
good,
was not.
It's a good mic. It is a good mic.
For what?
I've recorded all kinds of stuff with this mic. I've shot professional commercials with this mic.
Okay,
I've shot
okay.
weddings with this mic. I recorded my apology video. Well, not my goodbye video where I sang Frank Sinatra with this mic.
Okay. I'm not saying that it's a bad mic. I'm saying that it is not a consistent microphone.
When has our show ever been consistent?
I don't fucking know, Twiggy. All right, it's looking like Onision is won. I'm going to end that poll. And that works. What is up, Tina D? I see you in the chat. Congratulations to Gidgy. You saw she got her host. She's no longer an intern. Gidgy's full-time host.
Whoop, whoop.
You don't sound very excited. Okay. So
I'm
not
being
excited for
mean.
Gidgy. Not excited for Gidgy at all.
Because she's so,
Do you not like
nice
her?
to me. No, I have no issue with her.
Then why'd you do a fart noise?
I actually didn't mean to do the fart noise. It's in the same spot as my, just on a different page of the stream deck.
So I'm interested to see where that goes with Queens and all that stuff. But for the LCU in general, I feel like it was a little bit more quiet today. It was a little bit more of a chill day. I don't know about, well, we didn't get any news for Aussie, that's for sure. I want to know where the fuck Yo Mama is. Yo Mama was supposed to show up on Aussie yesterday for a roast session. Never showed up. I pinged him today. When he was online, he didn't fucking say anything. I'm interested to know what the fuck is going on with Yo Mama. But other than that, dude, I'm sort of just excited for... I like this earlier time slot a little bit. This is a little bit nicer. I feel a little bit more amped up. I feel like I have more energy. More raring to go. More ready.
I usually am smashing some food at this time, so I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Tina said, we are back. Abso-fucking-lutely.
I'm usually...
Oh, shit. I do think Queens made a fuck ton of members today, though, or something. Like
we
they
didn't.
Mashed it. We made 2 members today.
Well, that's not a
We didn't
fuck
make-
ton, but we are thankful
We didn't make a
for
lot of
them.
money. I'm going to take that as they don't like Breach. They don't like
Yeah,
that fucker
they
that
didn't
we
like Paul
covered.
Breach.
Paul Breach sucks. So we're going to move on to the better stuff tomorrow for sure.
But if somebody donates $100 right now, I will go out into my backyard before the stream ends and I will do cartwheels. Steak will.
Or I will?
Yeah.
I know how to do cartwheels.
I know you do. I've
But I'm in a
seen you.
dragon outfit, and this stupid hood and the wings are going to flap
Get in
all
your
over the place.
underwear.
I'm not doing cartwheels in my underwear
Put on
outside in
some
my neighborhood for
shorts.
$100 fucking dollars.
That's $100, all right?
Tina D said $225. Fucking massive, Tina. Good shit, bro. So she's got Michael pretty much coming back onto the scene, which is good. And then she's got Gidgy back here with her full time. So now it just seems like they need an intern to come fuck it up for them.
Oh, no.
Speaking of interns, where the fuck has Ultra been? Has Ultra been on any fucking shows?
No, I think Ultra gave up.
You think Ultra's done?
I don't know.
Ultra, if you're out there, bro, show up to Aussie tomorrow, man. I want to talk to you. I want to figure out what's going on during your
I
hiatus.
hope he's okay.
I want caught up on the Ultra drama, the information, because I have not seen him, and I don't know what's going on with him at all.
And it's too early for hibernation.
Can you do a one-handed cartwheel?
Yes.
I used to be able to do a one-handed cartwheel, but I'm 33 now, and I haven't tried in a long time.
I'm almost
but probably,
positive I can do a one-armed cartwheel. If not, you get to see my arm break live on air, so...
Yeah, I know that Test was fucking trying out Josh for a week, and what they wanted to do was give him an honest week, I guess. So Nightmare told Ultra he didn't have to be there this week while Josh is doing his tryouts. But since he's been on tryouts, I haven't seen Ultra pop up anywhere else. I had invited him here Monday, and he wasn't here. And then I think Jethro or Froggy, somebody invited him. Freshie invited him
said
today.
he would be on tonight, which Freshie Fresh. as our manager, your job is to give us input
You are not
after
our
the
manager.
show. And well, you're not our manager anymore. I forgot. You're fired. So you don't even
fired.
need to know this. But we will be taking applications to become Ozzy's manager. Just reach out to me. Tag me in the Discord, and we can make something happen.
Slingin' Sugar says Nightmare is in trouble when Keem comes back for kicking Ultra off test. Probably. Because Keem did make an appearance on Rewind. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
He did mention it. They did talk about test because he asked why the fuck Josh was on there and where Ultra was. So that is interesting. But he did say that he's not going to be paying attention to test, which means he's not going to be paying attention to Aussie probably until the fucking 10th of July. So he's focused on his party. He's not focused on us. We're just figuring it out.
So he won't
Ultra
even
posted a
know.
gym selfie.
Dude, we don't even have to worry. He won't even know that the Paul Breach stream made no money.
You said what?
I said he won't even know the Paul Breach stream made no money. We're good. We're cooking. We're not cooked. We're cooking. All right?
No, this one was cooked. Paul Breach was not it. Paul Breach was not the vibe. And I get it though. I thought it early on. I was like, Paul Breach fucking sucks. And he doesn't do anything funny. When they said
his dancing's kind of funny.
It's not. When they said he was an NPC creator, like he 100% is.
His dancing
The fact
is
that
kinda
the comments were turned off and he'll literally sit there and talk to himself and make up content is wild as fuck.
That being
Why is
said,
Paul Breach not
I'm
into
still
it?
glad we covered it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to find more information.
And now we get to cover Onision, which is going to be insane. That was one of the ones I was actually going to kind of stay away from. I just feel like it's, so played out, but people want to see it, so.
I think what we would have to do, since we only have 2 hours to cover it, I think we should just cover like the most important big parts of the Onision story. Like he has too many. We can't even cover every girlfriend.
No,
there's too many
bro.
girlfriends.
I think we can do it all, and we just like separate. Dude, I think we should move the Onision stream. All right.
To Saturday.
I think we should not do it tomorrow. Do it the next day, and then do a goal tomorrow to move the stream to Saturday. And then if we do it Saturday, instead of doing like a quick 2-hour coverage of the whole thing, we just do a marathon stream on Saturday and go through a whole 3-hour video. We'll be streaming for like 12 hours straight, basically. Because 3 hours, are you yapping, bro? Come on.
I 100% could do that, especially if we're talking about Onision and we have enough shit to react to, which if you've ever dove into that rabbit hole, folks, it is deep. It is deplorable. It is degenerate, and it is like an epic drama story. It's just, there's no good guys. It's really unhappy for the fucking most part. There's a lot of parts of it that I'm not super big on. Why did I just get a clip in our docket for us to pull up? 1 second. Let me pull this up really quick. Oh, I think we got Keemstar on Rewind here, if you want to see.
I think we may, regardless... I don't know. I don't want to, we did a poll, but a poll's not really scamming. So, we'll still cover Onision, but I kind of want to cover Johnny Elbows tomorrow.
Yeah, we were just getting, the vibe of what people were feeling.
Oh, no, where did
All right, here you go. Here you go.
I'm ready.
Hey, why is Josh on test? I thought I put Ultra on there.
Okay.
No Nightmare.
Tell me when you're ready.
All right.
Thank you, Sterling. You're the best. You ready?
I'm almost ready. Give me a second. Play it.
Wait, why is Josh on test? I thought I put Ultra on there.
Yeah, no Nightmare kicked Ultra off.
Yikes.
God.
He wants to give Josh a fair chance without Ultra for a week, since Ultra got a week without Josh while Josh was on vacation. So he thinks it's only fair that Ultra is off for a week.
Well, the next time I can pay attention to you, Nightmare, is going to be July 10th or something like that. July 12th. So you got a lot of time to play while the cat's away. But when I get back, we'll see what you've been doing.
Well, I will say I do like Josh on there.
Okay, and then Xylee gives Josh a little fucking props. All right, so definitely... Keemstar is not happy. You hear how he paused when he heard what the actual information was? He just sat there and processed it for a moment, and then Billy had to keep talking, and then he sat there and processed it even more. I do think it's weird that Keem called himself the cat, though.
Hey, man. Gotta hype yourself
Why are you smiling?
up. You gotta hype
Why are you
yourself
smiling?
up. You know
Why
what
are
I'm
you
saying?
smiling? Because it is funny.
You gotta
It
hype.
is
You
funny.
gotta hype yourself up. But Steak, we gotta end it. We gotta send it over to motherfucking Test. You know
What the fuck? Wait a second. Mike just said you gotta play the stream where Billy goes to Onision's house to confront him about the allegations. It's on the Billy the Fridge channel. Or find an edited version because it was a long stream. Dude, I didn't know Billy's fucking went to Onision's
They
house.
knew each
That's
other
massive.
well. They were good friends.
Xylee Gets Real says, so you faking me? Is there a fake Xylee Gets Real in the chat as well?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, there's a fake Xylee Gets Real. Delete that and ban that, please.
That's
the real Xylee Gets Real is a moderator. Let's fucking
go. But any last words?
What do you mean, any last words? Is the stream over?
Yes.
Fuck. Hold on to your butt cheeks. We're going to be redirecting you guys to Test, where you're going to see Nightmare get to enjoy his last moments with Josh before the 10th and Keemstar gets back and puts Ultra back on there. Twiggy, last
Get
thoughts on the
ready
stream?
to see a fat boy dancing on Test coming soon, because Ultra's going to be coming back, maybe. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for showing up tonight. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much to our new members, and thank you, Steak, for getting through this Paul Breach stuff with me. It was very painful, but with that,